Tonight on the ShipCast, I was looking. We only have 3 more of these left. Tonight we got Rams and Niners. We got guest RotoPat from NBC swinging by in the second quarter to chop it up with us. We have Pick'ems that are ready to roll tonight. We'll share those in a second. And if we hit our core, we actually split our core. So we got 2 cracks at it. We got a $200 giveaway in Underdog credit. We'll also have Steph Miller swinging by in the second half for a little high stakes roundup. All that and more on the ShipCast tonight. Let's do it. It's the ShipCast, the ShipCast. We got some fun pick'em sweats dialed up. You mix in a couple lowers there to make sure people know you know ball.
All hires, because we know ball.
Yeah. You're going to lose anyway, probably, so just do the peppers.
Scorch your watch, everyone. Scorch your watch.
Oh, no!
The pick'ems aren't hitting.
Baker,
look the other way, you cuck.
You guys want to make some more pick'ems?
I'm back, baby. I'm emotionally invested.
Here we go.
Yeah! Yeah! Oh! Let's go! Yeah!
I just want to be clear. No one is asking you to watch the game. We're just asking you to watch us. All right. Pat Carrain here with me. Gretch will be joining us in a little bit. He's going to be running late tonight. Had some family commitments. How you doing, Pat?
Doing good. How you doing?
Doing good, man. It feels I feel like I've lived a lifetime since the last ShipCast because I was in Dallas over the weekend, a long weekend.
Yeah, how was that?
It was fun, man. Yeah, it was really fun. Great event, fun sweating the games on Sunday. Yeah, all top notch.
Nice.
Let's see here. We got a manufactured first read target for Deebo right out the gate. A little squeaky wheel here. Yeah. Let me share our cores here tonight. We even have an under in here, although it's kind of a scary under. So our main core here, we have Kyren higher 17.5 rushing attempts. We all liked this as a rushing spot for Kyren, and then playing the 2 kind of guys on a heater here in the Niners passing game. George Kittle higher than 4.5 receptions, and Jawan Jennings higher than 5.5 receptions. And as we see Garendo get his first carry here, looking at playing kind of a correlated bet here with Garendo lower and then getting Deebo Samuel more involved with the higher. And then, of course, on the other side, Puka just playing those receiving yards. I will say, Pat, I was hoping Abanikanda was going to be active tonight. When he wasn't, that made me feel even worse about this.
Yeah, and then what did we do we did 2, not necessarily 5 legs, but more long shots on top of that.
Yeah, we took kind of the main core and slid it a couple of ways. Oh man, as Kittle draws a deep target there.
Use check was in there. That's okay. That's bullish.
Yeah, if they're not gonna. So then like the slider, this one I just put in the Discord for the peeps. We basically split this slider 2 ways. One is just jacking up George Kittle receiving yards, and Jawan Jennings receptions. And then one takes the Jawan stuff higher, 6.5 to 7.5. And then the other one takes the Kittle stuff higher, 89.5 for 69.5. And then on this one, the same Kyren rush attempts, and then Brock Purdy higher fantasy points, basically saying if one of these slides hit, Brock Purdy's probably getting home.
Yep.
What is up, everyone in the chat tonight? I know, a lower. We finally did it. We tried. There were a couple lowers I kind of liked. The Pearsall one was another one. He just has not been involved. But with how he's used kind of deeper down the field, it's just like one catch and you get the blade.
He also runs like a lot of routes. So it's just like one of those, he's just going to be out there all the time. And he's not like a known zero. Like he's not a Taekwon where you're like, this dude, he's had his chances. Like this is his first year. You could see, I wouldn't be shocked if he caught like 4 balls tonight. I'd be surprised.
Yeah.
But
there's our first core or Kyren carry there. Yeah, I saw this as well. I'd flagged that. When I looked at it, it was like 3.1 points. I don't know if the Stafford versus ETR projection got even bigger. I was kind of thinking of some correlated angles there of like Kyren rush attempts, and then
Mhm.
Stafford lower fantasy points, just being like, if he doesn't throw or get the passing touchdowns, that could work.
That makes sense.
But what, Niners are one of the biggest run funnels in the league too. It's not necessarily wise to throw on them.
Yeah, and they're not good on in the run defense. Like, it's an issue for them. It has been all year. It's kind of popped up. I started writing about it probably 5-6 weeks in the season that actually running on the Niners look like in edge. Because sometimes you'll see these run funnels that are popping up because people don't want to throw on the team. But they're like running because it's like, well, it's better than throwing on them. But the Niners are actually just like not that great against the run.
They were getting that. They got Greenlaw back tonight, right? Which is supposed to shore things up a bit.
Who they get back?
Greenlaw, I think, is his name.
yeah, okay.
Asking me
Okay.
defensive players is dicey, though.
We might have needed to take more unders in this one. Now I'm worried about the overs.
What was
3rd and
the
15 after a 3 and out?
Yeah.
Chris says it was Greenlaw.
I'm just still, after watching that Rams-Bills game on Sunday, I'm just conditioned to think that they just get every first down. Like, there's no such thing as a punt. Every drive stays alive and results in a touchdown. But not tonight.
Oh.
Yeah, going through the Pick'em lobby, I guess I didn't see, like, when I had to go through it earlier today, and when I did, there were no rivals up. But man, stuff definitely feels tight at this point in the year. There's obviously the Garendo stuff where there's some volatility, but man, there's not a lot that jumps out, especially with two teams like this that are so condensed too, right?
Right.
Like with the Packers and stuff, like the Packers are always kind of a fun pick'em team because you can kind of tell yourself stories on sliders and stuff.
Yeah, and the Packers are like, we kind of misread the Packers one a little bit because they're like, oh, they've been running so much, like this can push them to the air. But then sometimes with those teams, I want to make a mental note for next year of like those teams. I feel like the default assumption should be like they will not be pushed to the air. Like, we're going to keep running the ball. The Eagles and the Packers are kind of prime examples this year where I learned my lesson on the Eagles after the Jacksonville game. I was like, if you're not going to pass on, I'm not even going to get my hopes up for the Ravens. I kind of did actually, but I didn't get them all the way up.
Yeah.
But yeah, these teams that want to run the ball, like they can be pretty stubborn.
Mentioned this at the top of the show. Gretch is coming tonight, but he's going to be late. He had a family thing in the evening. He said he'll be here when he can, probably in the second quarter or so. But we got RotoPat coming on as well.
Exciting.
What's our loose connection? He lives in St. Louis where the Rams used to be, and now he doesn't even care about this version of the Rams.
But also, I mean, he's kind of he's sort of tied to the Rams, like that era of the Rams. You know, the Jeff Fisher, brand. I guess the anti-Jeff Fisher brand that he had. So I think he's very much like a St. Louis sports guy, but the Rams are stolen from them. So I think there's a legitimate tie. It's just a little looser than if he was actually like a Rams fan now. We were trying to get him on. We tried to get him on for the Thanksgiving show and wasn't able to. So as Chris says, he's also just funny. So just seemed like a good reason to get Pat on.
I mean, of all the types of, spurned fan bases, RotoPat doesn't necessarily fit that MO, who would hold some emotional grudge, but like that stuff is real, man. I think I've told you about it. Like my friends in San Diego from college and stuff who are big Chargers fans, who they like had a mass exodus of, we are not rooting for this team when they moved to Los Angeles.
Yeah, that one sucks because they're just like the second LA team. They share the stadium of with the guy who built the stadium. It's not like, like that's Kroenke's stadium that they like pay for. They pay rent at.
Yeah.
That's go get your own place, Chargers.
Yeah.
I get it. Why?
I
Why
just
leave?
think,
San Diego Chargers, man.
I mean, I sympathize, like, especially like if you were a season ticket holder and like a big part of your life was going to the
course.
games and stuff, that obviously is brutal, but it does kind of illustrate the laundry element of it all. And it's like you can root for this laundry if they're playing
Yeah.
20 miles from your house, but not if they're playing 60 miles from your house. Kittle, let's go.
Oh
Let's
man.
go.
Oh
God, Kittle is a yak god, man.
yeah, he is.
Yeah, I mean, I guess in the core we have it as receptions, but in the slider, thankfully we have it receiving yards. So we got a few different ways to get there with Kittle.
Nice.
33 receiving yards on that play.
Beautiful. Oh man.
What would you have done? Like, you think about where Garendo, where did you guys slot him in your leg up weekly ranks?
Like kind of low end RB2 ish, kind of mid to low end RB2.
Definitely like a queasy spot to be in for people in the first week of the fantasy playoffs of like,
right,
whether to start him or not.
For sure. Do you think Kenneth Walker ends up going?
Dude, I literally was just thinking about that one, and I did a few of the primetime Palooza drafts right before we went on, because that includes that game. And I was pretty surprised how the market was handling it. Like, they were basically fully middling it. They were taking Walker late, but taking Sharps like even later. I just played it as hammering Charbs, like my just gut. And granted, it's very much wish casting of wanting another starting game of Charbs. But I don't know. My vibes have kind of been that Walker would sit one more week, but I don't have a good read on it.
There's
what
Deebo.
do you think?
I was kind of leaning that he sits too, but I don't have a strong read. Someone said, let's see. Ryan says he thinks Walker and Pollard sit. Is Pollard that in danger?
Yeah, well, we were just talking about it in our group chat with Kavish, with Steph and them, because we're trying to find a spot start at running back.
Right.
And we didn't play Patrick Taylor tonight. And one of the other avenues that opened up for us is we have Tajay Spears. The Pollard stuff has been kind of stinky. No practices this week.
Yeah. All right.
Man, that drive just absolutely stalled out after that Kittle.
Yeah,
but I will say, use check on third down that first series. Deebo getting a carry definitely bodes well for the Garendo lowers.
It does. He kind of like, he's got some bursts, but I like that they're like bottling him up right away. He seems like if you bounce him off, he's running straight ahead, and if you knock him, he's like, oh, I'm down.
Yeah.
So it's been nice to see.
Tyler's been a member for 29 months. Swish Sanders became a member tonight. Yeah, because even Garendo last week, I think he only had like 70 yards rushing, but he had a couple of those screen passes. He had 50 yards receiving, which obviously doesn't pertain to our pick'ems tonight.
Right. But it is, I mean, it's an indication he can be pretty explosive. Yeah, Pollard high-owned in the sprint as well, Stephanie was saying.
Yeah, which makes sense. I mean, he's been an awesome pick. One of those guys that just like in redraft, right, where maybe hasn't given you the spike weeks in best ball that's like super differentiating,
right,
but in manage, just locking in that floor of points every week has been really nice.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good point. It's probably a better and managed pick. We don't talk about those as much.
I know.
Do you have any like for your advancing stuff? Are there any guys you're like really dependent on now?
I was looking. My most owned guy in BBM is actually Brock Bowers. He's on almost half
Nice.
of my teams. So
Nice.
I don't know. I think I remember you talking about it in the walkthrough, or maybe it was a preview pod with Sacrilegious earlier, where you're like, was it the Ritter and AOC stuff like just isn't that different based on like what they've done historically? Or was it?
Yeah, it
between
was Ritter and
Ritter?
Minshew was actually who I was comparing to because I thought we were going to get that like 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of a similar thing. Like they have a sort of similar style. I think he'll be fine for Bowers. I'd rather have AOC for sure, but that seems
Yeah.
pretty unlikely. But we might get that in week 16.
The other thing I sneaky have a decent amount of is like a lot of Lamar and Zay. Which
Yeah.
I'm really like, I love this spot this weekend. I know everyone is expecting it to go through Henry, but I mean, they have a fucking 29-point team total. Like, I'm pretty excited about the passing game too.
Yeah, I mean, my fifth highest owned player is Mark Andrews. So despite him being a pretty terrible pick ultimately for the price, he scored enough touchdowns to where it wasn't that bad.
He's had 3 top 8 tight end finishes over the past 4 weeks, even with
yeah. I don't feel good about making him a big stand, but yeah, he kind of got there in the end. But yeah, he and Lamar and Zay are big pieces for me too. The Bengals stuff, them going off late was absolutely huge for a couple teams.
Yeah.
I don't have that much May. I have 18% May in my advancing underdog stuff, and one of my 3 555s has May.
How much Rico did you get in?
A lot.
Yeah.
He 32% of my teams have Rico. 36 A-Chan, 41 Jamar Chase. Those were kind of my heroes. Chase Brown is another big one. Jonnu. JSN. Judy.
Nice. Yeah, Judy's like season is hilarious.
I know, man.
I think it was that I remember writing about it in the Fantasy Life newsletter. I think it was after the Monday night game, he went from like, I think it was literally like 32nd among wide receivers in yards to like top 10 or something. Like it was just an absurd, like 225 or 35 yards covers so much fucking ground. It's like 4 games extra on the field.
I know, it's so funny. Just went, just nuked. And it's like 4 games that all hit your lineup in 1 week. Like it's so big for best ball. It's funny too, because like you don't think of Judy as like a ceiling guy like that.
No.
You know?
Oh wow, that should have been picked.
Oh my god.
Jeez, buddy.
That was as bad a play by the defender as it was by Stafford.
I should mention I see some people in the chat. So for exposures, I highly recommend going to bbmdb.com. If you go to BBM exposures, Patrick now has a tab. So you put in your username and then you can just you can put just advancing teams only. And then you can see your exact exposures here. So there's my Bowers, Sharps, Flowers, McLaughlin, Lamar, HN. I'm there with you with Andrews, Addison, Brown, usual suspects, Tyreek and Chase.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, McLaughlin is not someone I'd be turning my nose up at this point. You know, he's probably nothing, but like there's worse guys to have in the late rounds than McLaughlin.
Yeah. I mean, this is the story of this season is very much not over yet. And there are going to be some weird league winners who emerge.
I know. I think Bidell is still kind of live. Like I have him on some teams. I don't mind that. There's like some of these weird kind of rando dudes that probably aren't going to matter, but like maybe could. I'm happy to have them, you know, better than zeros.
Yeah. I mean, it really is like going through them. Like I see Leo McLaughlin. I don't want to like throw up. Like I want to throw up when I see Marshawn Lloyd, you know, like the guys that are true zeros are the ones that suck. Like if you're on the field and you have any juice, like that's a W, man.
Yep.
And it's all on a curve too, right? Like for most of the summer, McLaughlin was really, I mean, my average pick, it just showed here, was pick 153. Like a live player at 153, you'll take that. Now, if this was Jaleel McLaughlin and he was a 3rd round pick and he'd done what he'd done this year, not so good.
I don't think you'd be looking at that high of a percentage.
No.
You must have drafted like the absolute nuts on almost every team if you're advancing 30% of a 3rd round zero.
Yeah, I mean, this is another name like who could pop up and be something.
Dude, I'd be happy to see Kendre. Happy to see Kendre. I don't think I have any advanced Kendre. I didn't draft a ton of them. It's so funny. Like you're like, oh, we can't draft Kendre. His coach hates his guts, and then he like literally hates him so much he puts him on IR when he's healthy. But then the coach gets fired, and now Kendre's actually a good pick because the coach got fired. We have to think one step ahead.
It is crazy, the Kendre run out.
That's nuts. I don't know how much Kendre advanced. It looks like I have him on $48 of teams. 4% of my advancing teams have.
Let me see how many Kendre advanced.
Does that mean I have him on a BBM?
He had a 12.2%. There's 5,000, just under 5,000 teams.
4.2%. Okay.
Imagine finishing in 46 with the Kendre Miller team. Look at that. Dude, oh, this is one of the infamous Barkley Jamar Chase teams. Look at this. You get Lamar, man. Barkley, Chase, Trey McBride. This is the thing. I could look through my teams and find some that I like, and then you look at some of these at the top, and you're like, God, fucking damn it. You have me blocked plus like 4 better players.
Right.
Just casually have Judy on this. Just casually have Chase Brown on it. JSN.
Pretty good team.
This is a really good team. Even I love that tight end room for right now too. Like you get the spike week from McBride, but then you show up to one of the pods and have good outs for a Hunter or Chig week to matter. All right, I'm starting to look at this team makes me pissed off.
Yeah. McBride is set up pretty nice for this week.
I know. I'm all in on the cards this week.
I came away. It's one of the last games I wrote up, and I was like, I wrote up the Patriots side first, and I was like, this is kind of a bummer. It's not like the Patriots probably gonna run the ball way too much, and that sucks for May because he gets all his rushing on scrambling. So like, all right. And I got into the Cardinals, and I was like, kind of going. I was like, kind of like this. I'm kind of liking what I'm seeing here. Got me kind of back into it. They're going to be able to run. They're going to play action off the run. I think it'll be a really good game for McBride. McBride on play action has a 30% targets per out run. He's like 26% normally, so it's like he doesn't even need it, but it's still nice. For the rankings, I found a picture of him in the end zone like this. So we need a touchdown, man.
How many pages did you have to go through to find a Trey McBride
I just looked for a touch. Honestly, it was the first page because I just looked for him scoring a touchdown. And it was like one of 5 pictures.
There was only four results.
Yeah.
It's honestly to the point it's such a meme that they have to have some goal line plays for him at this point. Yeah.
They have to. Oh yeah, pull up Mythology's team.
Yeah. By the way, I'm gonna have Mythology on After Dark
nice
on Saturday night. Did you see he finished top 10 at the Dog Bowl too?
Oh, hell yeah. No, I didn't see that. That's awesome. Congrats, man.
It's the year of Mythology.
Unbelievable.
Oh, here. Where's the board? There it is. So he's got the triple QB, full on gritty here. Jalen Hurts, Joe Burrow, Jaden. Has Freiermuth, Gesicki, Ertz at tight end, and then everything sandwiched in between is just the nuts. Achane, Barkley, Chase Brown, Bucky Irving, Joe Mixon
in there too.
This team having Joe Mixon thrown in there is just silly.
That's crazy.
Josh Downs coming back this week is huge.
Yep. Downs is so good.
Jameson in a good spot this weekend.
Yep. Jameson's in a real nice spot for sure.
Just that, and look at like
Mooney.
how even the distribution of scoring is on this team. Like outside of Johnny Wilson, like everyone did something this year for this team.
It's crazy. So he went wide receiver, running back, wide receiver, running back. Wait, how did he even draft this team? How did he get Hurts on this team?
Hurts at 4.9.
Oh, so we got McLaurin in the 5th. Damn, that is impressive.
Mixon at 6.9. Nice.
Jeez.
Jameson, Chase Brown 8.9. Then came back Burrow, and then Jaden fell all the way to 10.9. So he's like, "Fuck it, we already have McLaurin. Let's do it." And then Downs Mooney. You know, Mooney has been an advance rate monster
For sure. Bucky.
Yeah. Gesicki had that.
Yeah,
you know,
Gesicki's been real helpful.
without Chase.
And
Dude,
then
that's
Hurts
what's
has just been
so-
kind of like chugging along, like getting points, filling the tight end spot.
Isn't this kind of like I mean, I know we talk about in the offseason, but it's an underrated thing. Like the Gesicki stuff, it's like correlated in the right way with Chase, right? Where it's like when Chase misses, Gesicki becomes a usage monster.
And Higgins, the other thing is that he was able to produce with Chase too, because it's like one of Higgins or Chase misses and he steps up.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, he's been nice. I mean, Gesicki's usage has been so weird. Like when they don't need him, they're just like, we don't need you, go away.
Right.
But Ertz has been pretty steady. Hell of a team anthology. Goddamn.
I know. Yeah, no, dude, his dog bowl team, he literally called his shot. He said he was going to do a hawk to a team. He set it up and he did it in a way where he wasn't like hemorrhaging ADP value. He goes nuts when he gets it. And then because everyone at the dog bowl, when they got a seat, they got 3 drafts. It was his hawk to a team that finished in 6th place.
Damn, dude.
Because he had in it, because it was a good game, that overtime bailout for like Tua getting there, that last touchdown, and then he had Jordan Addison. So then you get another 30 points there. Yeah, I posted a little clip, like a 60-second little vlog thing on my Twitter and on my YouTube. And there's the live footage of when he got the hawk Tua. That's a very fun clip. There's Jawan. That's his first catch, right?
I think so.
Oh, yeah, this was the other part. The underdog projection for it was 69 points. His hawk Tua.
Oh, my God.
Just everything in the stars lining
That
up.
is just what it's his year, man.
Yep.
That is his year.
Yeah, this game needs to pick up here.
For real.
Like overall, how their usage is being deployed, I feel like we're on the right path with how we want this game to go, but now we just need some first downs.
Not from
Brendo with a
Brendo,
nice
though.
little carry there. He doesn't look particularly good when he runs right now.
Not a lot of vision.
Hey, he keeps running into linemen.
Yeah.
All right. Here comes the play action to Kittle.
Gretch will be. I was inverted asking about Gretch. Gretch will be on. He's joining as soon as he can.
I should just pin this in the chat. I forget that people don't all show up at the same time, and then we say the same thing every 5 minutes.
Every 5 minutes.
Hang on, I'll put it on as a banner. He'll be flattered though to know.
He will. This is such a funny time to sweat the best ball teams because like you don't even know what you want. You know, you're like, well, I think I have a Purdy team on DraftKings.
Yeah,
Did I care about that?
I know, and it's so funny too because it's like even looking at your exposures, like yes, it generally points you in the right direction, but there's just like there's no way. Like how many times could it be like your best team doesn't have your top exposure, and so in that
Totally.
specific pod, you're actually not rooting for Brock Bowers,
Right.
like you're actually rooting against him. It's just like, well, fuck.
Right. I know week 16 is when you can really start to dial it in because you only are going to have like a handful of teams,
Yes.
you know, across like all your tournaments. You're not going to have that many teams. It's so hard to get through week 15. So then you can kind of like actually know exactly what you need that week.
You know, I was disappointed with this, Paul, because I remember Sean and I were in a few spots at the end of drafts where we needed a niner. In both times I went back and looked, we did Jacob Cowing instead of Garendo. And I remember having a few conversations because Sean liked Garendo, and I'm pretty sure Sean has BBM shares of Garendo. But I don't think any of our teams got there.
Yeah, kind of a crazy year because like last year, did Mitchell even matter? It was just like CMC the whole year. Like CMC was just the nuts. And then this year, it's like every Niner with a pulse, except Eli Mitchell. I guess it never had the pulse really. But you pretty much wanted any Niner other than McCaffrey.
It is wild. Like this year, it definitely took longer for the chaos of the season to kick in. But man, does it feel like it's fully kicked in.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like trying to talk people into Pearsall, which obviously didn't work. But it was like, oh, there's no way. There won't be any room. And then Jennings, I was like, shit, man. I should have been taking Jennings. The screw Pearsall, I should have been taking Jennings later. I actually have Jennings on 1.555 has Jennings. I mixed him in a little in the 20 rounds, but I don't think I took him like a single time at BBM. But that was like that to me it's like in the preseason we couldn't envision how their first round pick could possibly see the field. And then you get in the season and the guy none of us thought would even play is like smashing.
Well, and if you would have told people what happened to Ayuk and Deebo's down year and that Pearsall would return and be playing the amount of snaps he had, and then ask people where they'd like to draft him, they would have been like, I'll draft him right next to Keon Coleman and Ladd McConkey.
Oh yeah. And then he busts. And then he's actually a terrible pick.
And then you could show up in week 17 with him and be like, oh, I have a healthy guy, and he could do what he did in that game against the Bucs, right? Where he dropped 16 points because he scores a long bomb. Like that's why this game is just so sick.
I know.
Yeah, I don't even know like what you can take away from the Jawan Jennings, lesson. Like I pivoted very quickly in weekly games and started slamming the hell out of him. But like, I'm just thinking back and I'm like, I just don't know if I ever end up on him in season-long best ball.
There's something to be said for like veterans who have a role in the team that the coach trusts, I guess. But like, it's more of like a 20th round type of thing. I think in 18 rounds, like I don't know. I came away from this year thinking I wish I took like more of the 18th round tight ends, and even on DraftKings, more of the 20th round tight ends. Just like there's trying to find guys who matter. But like I took some Khalif Raymond. There's like the types of guys like Jawan Jennings aren't that inspiring generally. It's usually guys who have a role that we don't care. Like it's usually more like the Zay Jones who like. There was not any question about Zay Jones that year having routes. He had routes. It was just it's just he stinks and who cares. And then he had a good year. So, I agree. I don't feel bad. I don't have like a lot of Jennings because he didn't really have a path to playing time, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I guess what was his week 1 route participation? Maybe I'm underestimating that.
Well, because was Ayuk still? Did Ayuk play week 1?
Right. I mean, so he was 58% and he ran 52% from the slot.
Yeah, he had a roll. He had 5 targets.
So actually, yeah, he probably was just kind of a leak. He was kind of the Zay Jones. But
well, here's the other thing though, Pat. Like we didn't know what had happened to Pearsall at the majority of the time. You're drafting him.
That's true. That's true. But yeah, once Pearsall got shot, we should have probably been taking a lot more Jennings.
The thing you look at this usage here, and it's just like you just couldn't fathom. Like there's so few players in the league that even have access to a 46-point game. It's just like one of the most absurd things.
Samuel says they literally had 4 alpha weapons and drafted a first-round wide receiver. I don't think we can blame ourselves for not drafting their 6th option. I agree. I mean, I'm not like, oh my God. But some of these late round picks, it's like getting these guys that have roles that aren't zeros. This is when you look and you're like, God, too many zeros on this advancing team. I wish there wasn't so many zeros.
Well, and like to put it in perspective, you guys have talked about this recently on your playoff pots. Like again, to not beat ourselves up, think about how we thought about Jennings in playoff best ball last year. And this is a format that begs of you to go to the bottom of the barrel on these Super Bowl teams and take the fringiest of plays because they provide massive leverage when there's only 2 teams left in a contest. And no one even wanted to take Jennings in that format.
I know. Although he was necessary though to win it.
Oh yeah.
We should have maybe taken that less. Yeah. So are we saying that in 2025, Tim Patrick's the key to the season?
If it feels like it, man. I mean, Tim Patrick doesn't.
No, I'm not talking about playoffs. I'm talking about BBM.
Oh well, yeah. I guess that is you're jumping ahead because I was going to say
he's definitely the nuts for playoff baseball.
Well, he doesn't feel near as gross as a click right now as Jennings did last year at this time.
I think in part because Jennings hit though. I think it's because Jennings proved that
but
that's
Patrick
a good pick.
has had some big games this year. Like Jennings didn't have any games on his resume heading into that. He was just kind of dart.
Yeah. Yeah, but Patrick's a pretty good pick.
So this was last year, Jennings, during the regular season. He had 1 or 2 regular season games over 10 PPR points. He topped out at 13.4 PPR points in the regular season with just a ton of duds. And I think that's the thing that's so weird, right? We talk about wide receivers and players who earn targets and how targets are earned and all of that. And it's like, it just feels like this guy is so good this year. Like, how was he not earning targets last year?
Mm-hmm. He's been so good.
I think the lesson probably, and if you get there too, and it's that same thing of like kind of randomizing the ambiguous parts of depth charts. And as much as we like the Pearsall upside, like thinking through, and even if you want to assign the probability as like, I guess more my takeaway, because I know I'm never going to get overweight on Jennings, but I could tell myself if I had a really streamlined process, like for every 8 Pearsalls, I should have 1 to 2 Jennings, like that kind of thing. Like, I think I could have gotten there, but that's about probably all within reason.
I think that's the right way to play it. Yeah.
Because if you are overweight Jennings, there are many scenarios where Pearsall doesn't get shot, where Pearsall outperforms even his projected draft capital. Yeah.
There are almost an infinite number of scenarios where Pearsall doesn't get shot. That was just so fluky. Like we're in the 1 of 1, I think.
Yeah. it is sad. It speaks to American society that you can't say that was like as rare as
right. It's not that.
It's
not that fluky.
It's
There are many scenarios where Pearsall doesn't get shot. In quotes from Jeff Lincoln. Oh man.
So it's dumping rain. We've had 7 punts and 3 first downs in this game. On the bright side, there is no bright side. Actually, there is a bright side.
All right.
And it's that our
Here's the
guest
bright side.
RotoPat is
The bright
here.
side's here.
We need look at you, dude. You look like you're ready for the company Christmas party right now.
Who says I'm not? Who says I'm not podcasting from the company Christmas party right now? Actually,
Does Roto World? Do you guys do a Christmas party or like a Zoom with the crew?
they have done an in-person Christmas party, and this may shock you. I have heard the alcohol has been flowing at that party. Yeah, because like a corporate party in like the greater New York area, usually known for not drinking.
But have you been?
No, God, no, yeah, no, no, they would never pay for that. No, I've never been. It's the kind of thing where I'd be like, I'd love to come to the Christmas party, and they'd be like, okay, like they probably would do it. It'd be a little weird as a remote employee. That's for like the in-office people. We're totally different people, breeds of people. I'm siloed. I'll stop talking. Yeah, I'm never going to Christmas party. Basically, yeah. No, that's not.
I'm just imagining like the blurb team having their own Christmas party. You guys play like Balderdash and like write blurbs, and then you got to get like guess who said or wrote up.
No,
or something.
come on, we're reading.
Guess who wrote it would be a good Roto World game.
Yeah.
No, we're reading history books, and like someone is trying to act like they know about bourbon, and then the rest of the staff has no idea about bourbon. And then someone asked me what kind of beer I like, and I'm like, a beer, and I don't know the difference between any beers. So yeah.
Well, it's a low bar to clear for you because Denny came on here earlier this year and revealed to us that he's been subsisting exclusively on chickpeas. So it wouldn't be the weirdest diet that was brought up.
Have you tried the chickpea thing?
First off, is there a chickpea thing? I just thought it was a Denny thing. Is there like a chickpea fad right now?
I think it's taken off. Yeah.
Really?
And by taking off,
all
a lot
of Blue
of people,
Sky is talking about it nonstop.
Really?
I think it's very influential over there.
Sky, they can't stop skying about the chickpeas. I only ever have chickpeas of like the Indian restaurant. They're like, "Yeah, do you want some chickpeas too?" I'm like, yeah, sure. Yeah, all right. Yeah.
Meanwhile, Denny in that same spot was like, yeah.
I will say Denny, I don't know why he's abandoned the hummus. I have been on a hummus kick, to be honest. Or homemade.
Well, has he? I mean, chickpeas famously are, what make hummus. So, see,
are they? Well, we use here. My wife makes some kind of bean. Actually, we do like.
I don't think you're eating hummus, buddy.
We do a bootleg hummus. No, don't worry. This is better. This is a real hummus. Yeah, it's definitely hummus.
St. Louis hummus.
Yeah, St. Louis hummus. Exactly, just like St. Louis style cheese. We refuse to be normal.
What kind of bean?
All right.
I forget. One of like the tan beans. Yeah, I'd have to ask my wife what kind of bean she's using. I just eat it. Tastes remarkably similar.
Garbanzo. Oh, garbanzo is chickpea though.
Okay. Is that? Or yeah, that is it. Yeah.
Okay, garbanzo. So you're just eating regular old chickpea.
Garbanzo's a chickpea.
Yeah. Did we just change your life?
Honestly,
yeah, you actually
whatever.
did.
I don't even know what the main company is with that, is part of Big Chickpea or whatever, but it would be a great content thing to just literally cover Denny's lawn with cans of chickpeas and just watch him slowly bring them into his house and fill an entire cupboard or room with them. Like that would pay for itself.
He would utilize them, I think. He wouldn't let them go.
Well, Denny, like, listen, Denny's very online. Everyone thinks he shares everything about his life. So, like some of like the health influencers, they get up and they go walk on the grass barefoot or whatever.
Sure.
Denny wakes up. He does go out to, his extremely large back porch, and he gets in a kiddie pool full of chickpeas every morning. And he thinks it's good for the texture of the skin. And he thinks he absorbs some of the chickpea because he's frankly consuming unsafe levels of chickpeas orally. So now he's trying to get more chickpeas topically. And so he gets that from a kiddie pool of chickpeas on his back porch.
Daddy's treating chickpeas like ancient civilizations, like treated, like a fucking cocoa leaf as some,
Yes.
one size solution for every. Let's go, Kittle.
Dude.
Do you have his
I
game
like
on?
I do. I do. I saw him diving. That's all. Listen, Kittle, I love him. I've had him on every team for years for some reason. I know he just had 150 yards. Kittle's main move is diving and seeing the ball bounce.
No,
2
don't
yards ahead of him.
slander Kittle as
He's never
a
not
dive
diving,
merchant.
the hair flowing, and there's the ball 2 yards away from him. All right, that's real.
Let's not be
friggin' perfect.
smirch
Yeah.
George Kittle. You can go after the chickpeas. Don't make fun of George Kittle.
I need him real bad. Real
For real.
so bad. Is Juwan Jennings caught a pass yet? I think
Yeah,
He
one.
did. He's had 2.
Oh, 2. Okay.
There's a third. Oh no.
Oh, I thought he was going into the, not to be dark there, I thought he was going into the fencing position.
Yes.
Yes.
I was like, don't scare us like that.
No, he was catching his third ball. Hell yeah. Oh, no, he dropped it.
How
Never mind.
he then was celebrating as if he caught it. I'm so confused by this.
I thought he was celebrating. He was actually angrily punching the ground, and now he has a broken hand. So it's over. I have too many jokes. I'm just kind of going.
No, just the right amount.
Yeah, I didn't come out very strong either. I was trying to riff on the office party. I was like, office party. And like, they wouldn't invite me to that. And there was this dead air for 30 seconds as I tried to think of something else to say.
We were waiting for the joke.
Yeah, I know. There was a real waiting for the joke. I was waiting for the joke. Like, come on, surely a joke.
What are your holiday traditions in the RotoPat household?
Well, it's pretty simple. I live by both my parents, so my wife's parents and my parents. So Christmas Eve, we get the whole family together at our house, both sets of in-laws. Christmas morning, we go to my parents. Christmas afternoon and evening, we go to my wife's parents. And we've done that 6 or 7. We don't have any cool traditions. Like every year we light a gnome on fire on our front yard. We don't have any cool traditions like that. We just eat meals together and open presents, basically. Yes, Pat, is your new tradition flying to New York City for 7 hours?
We are going home. Not. I grew up in Delaware.
Yes, New York City is just a stand-in for the entire Eastern Seaboard here, pretty much. I'm from North Carolina, technically the Piedmont region, but that's fine. Yeah, New York City.
Yeah. So Brittany's from Maryland, so we're going back and we're doing the whole, because we're not going to. I'm thinking we don't do this next year, right? So we do the 1 year, maybe every other year type thing.
So you basically fly across country, then you're doing a train tour of the Eastern Seaboard.
We're so Brittany grew up half an hour from where I grew up.
You've told me
because
before.
it's all the states are so small.
Yeah.
We no one, the high schools don't interact. We're all
because Maryland and Delaware would both fit inside my large suburban county in the middle of the country.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. We're all siloed off from each other. So you never know,
No, you do know.
We met in New York. But yeah, we're just driving, we're flying to Philly and then just gonna be driving around.
Yeah, does our generation have traditions anymore? My grandparents would do stuff they would. What do they do? They would do luminaries every year. They put candles in their front yard. The whole neighborhood would do this. This might just be a Midwest Catholic thing, but the point is they had stuff that they would do every year. Whereas I feel our generation's we have a meal and watch TV. We should probably work on having actual traditions as a generation.
I'm not that. Yeah. So Rob's giving me crap for something about allowing. We are in full agreement. We have a baby, bro. We want to fly across country every year? No. We're trying to.
I'll be honest.
We're trying to make this trip count. We're trying to make this trip count.
You're going for 2 months.
Yeah.
Anything happening in this game? I'm already broken.
I didn't. The weather bros normally alert me anytime I should be even just.
I know.
Terrified of precipitation. I feel like no one warned me that there's going to be a gentle rain throughout this game.
There's sustained winds of 4 miles per hour that might ruin the game. But they don't mention the rain in San Francisco.
Were your mentions flooded with people saying there is a drizzle? Should I not start?
No. There was not. And like you said, the second the wind gets over like 7 miles an hour, there is. I'm like, I don't know, like this.
Matthew
What?
Stafford rushing yards. Now you know Mercury's in retrograde here.
Dude, Stafford too. So I get kind of, no offense to our ball knowing friends and like our film watching friends.
Oh, we love to offend them.
But like anytime Stafford plays a
They've
game,
never
like
felt offended. I don't think they've ever. I've never heard
Like-
about them feeling offended.
anytime Stafford has a good game, they're like, oh, I've never seen anyone spin the ball like this. Still, like Stafford's still like the best pure thrower of his generation, and so he has like amazing game Sunday. And they're still acting like there's basically Matthew Stafford is still doing rug pulls at like age 36. Like, yeah, just wait till the next game. Like,
They'll have those tweets. They were like, if Patrick Mahomes just did what Matthew Stafford did, it would have been plastered on Sports Center for the entire evening. You guys,
and then that's when we're like, listen, 25-year-old film watcher, that happened in 2012. He was the one. He was the original Mahomes in that regard. He was not the original Mahomes in that he never won a game that mattered, but he was the original Mahomes that he would do all the time. He liked the sidearm thing, and then it would go viral. But yeah, they're too young to remember that.
My uncle, I have these two uncles. They're both like huge college football fans, and my uncle saw Stafford at Georgia. He's like the younger brother, so the younger brother sees Stafford play at Georgia, and he came back and he just like was blown away. He's like, this. He's the best. He's got the best ball I've ever seen. He's the best thrower I've ever seen in my life. And then like he got to the NFL and like, I never won anything or anything. And like his older brother would just be like, Tom said Stafford's the best guy he's ever seen. Like every time it's on TV, he's just like bring it up.
That's a little unfair.
Yeah,
It is unfair. He throws a
yeah.
really good ball.
Not only does he throw a good ball, yeah, like your uncle did spot like an uncommonly good ball in college, and he's like, dude, he's in the NFL 16
a Super
years
Bowl
later.
winning quarterback. Like,
Yeah.
like
He has
like
one of the
legitimately.
one of the
That's
longest
big.
careers of the modern era, and it's still
That's like the
spinning.
family version of the internet reminding a fantasy analyst about any random bad take he had. It's just like for eternity that will be brought up.
It was so guys laughing.
Stafford was very polarizing from what I remember. Like, because I think he was already just Stafford at Georgia, where he did throw the most beautiful ball your uncle has ever seen. This isn't just Kareem's uncle, by the way. It's like every uncle like can never stop texting about Matthew Stafford. But then, like, yeah, they never won a game that mattered, and he made a lot of mistakes.
Right. But I mean, he did throw a great ball. Like I think it was a good take.
No, he did. Well, it was a legitimately good take.
Yeah.
But
yeah, he had like.
did it just say he's 2 of 9 for 11 yards? God, I mean, this is the most predictable thing of all time.
I will say, I believe that was Kyron's 9th rushing attempt. We took higher 17.5, so we're at a nice pace.
This sums it up. It's in one of the best dudes in the world.
It does sum it up. Purple Yoshi's on one tonight.
Yeah.
I love how you lowered your voice for that, as if you couldn't say with a straight face that he is on one tonight.
I don't know why I did that. Yeah. Danny Carter all week was talking about the Niners being the extreme run funnel. So I've been anti Kyron for a while, but this week I was pro Kyron. But yeah, I wish I had known about this rainstorm though. Not that that's bad for Kyron, but
I would have mentally adjusted ranks, but actually not done anything about
it. I mean, literally, even when I'm like the weather bros, like like I know like we cry wolf about the weather a lot, but yeah, like 40-mile-per-hour sustained winds. It's really snowing. And every time I'm like, I don't know, man, I'm not moving Jameis down. Like, there's no point. Like,
he took his visor off, so he had snow blasting into his eye. He's just like, he's just shucking it into the snow. I love Jameis, man. Thank God he's playing quarterback again.
He should be a starter in the NFL, right? Like,
yeah.
I haven't worked. You go. Sorry, Pete.
No, I just gonna say, you know how like when you're a kid and you're playing football on the playground and someone's like all-time QB because they're like the only one that can get the ball. Jameis should be like NFL all-time QB so that when the Giants are forced to start Tommy DeVito, you just get to call Jameis and be like, you're starting first for a few weeks.
Yes.
And then it's like the Raiders are like, fuck, man, we're down to Desmond Ridder. And they're like, good, you get Jameis for this week.
Dude, please.
All-time mercenary QB.
But here's the thing. Jameis comes with Ken Dorsey as his OC. You're not allowed to hide Jameis. Jameis has to be unleashed.
Exactly. There's no point. He's not Jameis. He's not Jameis if he's hidden. And all we have to do is this is one of my hobby horses all year. That Jameis understands that the correct number of interceptions to throw is not 0. Like the interceptions will happen if you're actually playing.
Now the number he thinks is also wrong.
Exactly. It's not 0.0 per week, but it's also not 2.7, and if you can just get it down to like 1.1, like you can throw more than one pick a week, but like 1.1, 1.2, we can work with that.
The
2.7 though, Jameis.
What do you have for his outlook this week, Karain? You get no David Njoku, but gonna check it.
Is Njoku actually out?
He's looking shaky. Yeah.
What
did I say?
Just go ahead and delete my
I think
fantasy football news service. Know that information.
Well, Njoku's the classic. I need to see him miss like 8 straight practices before I start worrying about him actually missing the game. Like, I'll be fine. Yeah. Like two missed practices for Njoku. I just like, yeah, whatever.
I can finally take down the banner that Gretch will be here later. Gretch will be flattered to know that it was asked about 9 times in the chat. Every 5-minute intervals, it was asked. So
we got sick of repeating ourselves. We had to put a banner up.
I'm glad to be here. I'm glad. I assume Pat just showed up too. So I mean, I'm stepping right in on your introduction. Good to see you.
No, don't worry. I've already been talking nonstop for 20 minutes.
How you doing? How you doing?
Very, very good. Just lamenting the rain and acting like George Kittle's not good because he had to dive once. So then I spun that into a rant about his entire career.
I love it.
You picked a good first quarter to miss, man. This one was a bit of a slog.
I'm almost live. I was at a winter concert, elementary school concert. There's some downtime between songs, so I was able to watch under my belt a little bit down here.
Wow.
But my daughter was, I knew she had a big part. She's the abominable snowman. She came out in a costume. They did a whole thing about her entrance. She had a few speaking lines.
Wow,
nice.
That's great.
By the way, it sounds like you're filming a Verizon commercial. Like you're at the recital, but you really got to watch the game. And you're not skipping the play, but it's just between the songs. It sounds like a very, very good Verizon.
That's exactly what happened to
all the other dads are just like sitting there like, oh, so bored.
I
know, yeah, exactly.
Aaron Williams is on pace to get the over on his rushing.
Right. That's exactly what I'm doing in my head. We're getting the Deebo usage out of the backfield that we talked about. Oh man!
Yeah, we did just have Juwan Jennings drop an easy catch, although maybe the rain is now a factor.
He just dropped another one? Or you mean the one from earlier where we thought he caught it?
No, on 1st and 10 there.
Oh my God. It's never been more over.
I thought you said you were watching this game.
I have it on 2 screens, but I'm mostly staring at my computer screen. And, yeah, so I'm not really watching it anymore.
You know what they say? If you got the game on 2 screens, do you really even have it on 1?
No, it's true. You don't. Somehow it does make it harder to watch somehow. Deebo, man, by the way, like, can we stop with this? Like, it's just not happening.
Preferably after he gets 10.5 fantasy points.
I posted this, so sorry if someone's already seen this, but he's seriously running like end stage Le'Veon Bell. Like he's got nothing anymore, like side to side, and he's just like big and beefy, and he's not going side to side anymore. The only way he goes side to side is if he gets downhill going side to side, like he's in motion or something. Then he has like no lateral movement. And
is that the most down bad moment in fantasy football history to get community noted about not playing well? Like you lied.
That was great. Actually, yeah. That's,
what if Deebo the next day was like, "I am now exclusively on Blue Sky."
That is what's known.
Wait, I didn't see this. He got community noted about not playing well.
Yeah,
that is what's known as down unfathomable.
Yeah, he was like, "I'm not playing bad. I'm just not getting the ball." The community note was like, "He leads the team in drops. He's not playing well."
A bunch of sweaty
drops are a context.
Well, actually,
come on,
the community note.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, because like there was like a line of questioning, and he just would not back down on saying that he wasn't playing well.
No, yeah, he's playing great according to him.
Oh,
Dude, this game's in San Francisco. What's with the monsoon?
Dude,
didn't realize
tell
we
me
were-
about it.
I
Seriously,
know,
where
right?
were the weather guys? No offense, but where was at
They were sleeping on the job.
FFWX?
A fence.
Kevin Roth. What the hell, man?
Did you-
Tell me if it's gonna rain. Oh my
There it is.
god.
He
Here
is
was
struggling.
not struggling at all, just not getting the ball. And then readers out of context, he leads the team in drops. He is struggling.
Readers
Such a
added
good
context.
community note.
Yeah,
He
that's-
is struggling.
Yeah, that's you don't come back from that one.
No.
No, you don't come back from that one. Yeah, I have an idea for this game. My idea for this game is called One First Down.
One first down. I also
One first
had a
down.
similar idea. Yeah.
One first down. Tell you what, listeners of our podcast may know that almost literally the only thing I do is complain about Kyler Murray, but feeling very good about starting Kyler Murray over Matthew Stafford in my must-win Dynasty League matchup this week.
I should have done a post before a couple of weeks ago that said ship chasing is not struggling at all with our ShipCast picks. We're just not hitting all of our legs. The it would be like they've gone 8 straight weeks without a winner. They are.
They are indeed struggling.
So Deebo is down pretty unfathomable here. I put him into greatfitpatriots.com and it says it's hard not to envision this young man being groomed to be Tom Brady's successor.
Wow.
Going into the booth, Deebo. That's bad.
The devs have not updated that site in a while.
He has so little movement skills. Don't worry, he navigates the pocket very deftly, but he has so little movement skills. He's now Tom Brady.
I think getting Brady out of the booth would be a win though. So
I've been trying to figure out Deebo, and this late stage Le'Veon Bell comp has me shook. Like Deebo's just done. He's just dead, is what you're saying.
My genuine, honest take on Deebo is that obviously he was taking all these hits receivers don't normally take, and he missed a lot of time with injury. And then he started I think playing through injuries because he was missing too much time with injury. And I think he's just got the accumulation thing going in a way that receivers normally don't. And I think they just accumulated the hell out of him, basically.
I mean,
and his lower half is
Would you call it kind of like the carry cliff for a wide receiver?
Yeah, what kind of cliff would you say? Yeah.
This is the Galladay cliff. Somehow, I'm not sure how or why, but it's the Eckler cliff.
Hey, you can't
That
say
dude's
that.
actually looking kind of spry this
29.
year.
January 15th. He's right around the corner from 29, which is right around the corner from 30. I mean, we might have seen the best of Deebo.
See, how old was he when he entered the league, by the way? Because I'm always stunned by his age. He's kind of almost
Wasn't
a
he
Taysom
the
Hill.
years DK Metcalf?
He's played 6 years. He entered the league, it says his age 23 year, but he was about to turn 24 in January of that year. So he was an old 23 in his rookie year.
Donovan asked if he's CPAT now.
I mean,
that looks pretty good, honestly.
CPAT. If you give CPAT a seam, he still hits it. Deebo.
If you gave Deebo running back eligibility and said he was going to go mostly undrafted, I think we were all back in.
And give him Arthur Smith to Galbraith touches over.
I think we're all in, but he's as far as an early pick as a wide receiver, I don't know.
It's never been more over.
He does not look like Deebo. Deebo looks so different than every other player on the field in his prime.
I know.
But it has really not crossed my mind that it was an age cliff thing until Pat just did the Le'Veon Bell thing, and I'm legit shook. I mean, he has 500 career touches. He's done all these rushes in his career, 200 carries.
Yeah, 200 carries. So it's one thing to have 500 career touches as a receiver. If 200 of them are carries,
right,
that is far different than 500. Because even 500 catches is 500 hits, but 500 touches and we're 40% of them are carries is 1.5 times hits. And it's not.
We will always have that. I remember Leone was down bad because they had been projecting Deebo pretty high. And then I believe he wasn't on the main slate, right? It was a Thursday night game against the Seahawks, and he ripped off that big play. He had that 60, 65-yard touchdown or something. It was oh, Deebo's back. Narrator, he was not back.
That was the dead cat bounce.
It was.
Yeah, dude, that's his only 100-yard game. Oh, no, it's not his only 100-yard game all year. but it's only his second.
Dude, they're just slamming Kyron into the line.
I feel very good about our Kyron higher
Me too.
rush attempts.
Yeah, that's looking great.
Because
The Puka receiving that I was pushing for to diversify off Kyron, not looking so clean with the rain here.
Yeah.
Kyron, who is averaging 3.1 yards per carry, is currently at 17 more yards than Matthew Stafford. So that's good.
He's averaging 3.1 tonight.
Yeah. Now, right down to 3 now, apparently.
Okay. Yeah, it feels like 1.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. He has a long run of 10. So that means he has 9 carries for 20 yards. So yeah, he's getting down to 1.1.
This is why it's like not having to tilt efficiency is just so
It's just very nice.
We'll take 3 yards at a cloud of dust.
So over unders, that's the future. No efficiency. Yeah.
Just usage.
Right. Well, you know what these pick'ems do to you, RotoPat. They make you root for the most bizarre
They do.
outcomes.
I'm in, as Pat knows, or as I call him, Kareen. I'm in a distance scoring league and a yardage.
I love it. This league is so great.
League.
I always love hearing about this league.
So to say I'm used to rooting for unorthodox outcomes, let's just say in my world, let me bring you into my world. All right. The absolute worst thing a receiver can do is catch 7 passes for 99 yards. Like I would rather be dead than have my receiver catch 7 passes for 99 yards. Because in my world, that's 0 points.
Zero.
It's a long story.
I can't tell if this is a joke or not, but I just fucking love it.
It is
Kevin
not
Roth
a joke.
calling for a dry second half.
Amazing.
Yeah, well, where was
That's
Roth
also
about the
great.
wet second half?
Yeah,
Sure,
where were you about an hour ago, Roth? Taking care of your baby? How about letting us know about a little drizzle in California?
California.
Oh, man.
Like, I
People
love
were
that
giving me in the
all
chat.
Kevin Roth relayers are now.
We always hear about the lake effect. Where's this bay effect? We need to hear bay.
Yeah, I thought it was supposed to be fog. There's a heavy fog, Kevin. Now, someone was giving me crap in the chat earlier for not giving the boots on the ground report for California.
LA and
Already has
San Francisco.
13 carries.
San Diego and San Francisco have the exact same climate, right?
Everyone knows that.
Californian sketch pad, just like hop on the 95 up to
Yeah.
Rancho Cucamonga and let us know what the like.
That's like I'm in Fresno. I'm in Stockton.
Isn't the fantasy industry going to get to a space where it's so big? Not only do we have weather reporters, but we should have IRL, like boots on the ground. Like we should just all as a community pay for Kevin Roth to be live on location at all these island games. If there's a monsoon, he's out there in his poncho almost falling over, telling us that Deebo's going to get some extra carries.
Listen, if he just moved to Cleveland, that would solve most of the problems, to be honest. Because that's where all my weather concerns are.
Well,
This
we'll just
time
have
it's-
Reeves do it.
Low key, there is kind of a bay effect right now. Northwest fetch down the bay to Santa Clara.
Hell yeah, man.
On the low.
Hell yeah, dude.
That was the surferest weather report of all time.
Which are the
Okay.
best. The weather matters. The weather means something to him. So he knows what
Dude,
he's
you guys want to check out a radar chart? Because Kevin Roth has us, baby. Let's
Okay.
fucking go.
All right, fuck yeah.
All right.
Match heavier rain over Santa Clara right now will be clear by second half, but more scattered showers.
Well, yeah, what's this but? The rain's ending, but more rain could be coming.
I
Zach
still
Daniels
can't
saying
help but
taking Kevin
notice-
Roth gives a 1 to 2% edge. No, we're just mad at Kevin for not giving us the edge on this. That's all.
He probably did, by the way.
I'm sure he did.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. Yeah, that's what I'm
Pat,
getting
don't
at.
you live just like right at the very bottom of this circle radius that he drew here? Pat's actually trying to look. Don't worry, buddy. Different.
Wait, where am I?
It's a long way away from where you are.
Yeah.
I was worried about that
I
bay
love
effect, dude.
Yeah, the old Bay.
I-
You don't hear a ton about that Bay effect rain.
This is the kind of
Otherwise known as rain.
So I think actually Ben is who we should be mad at here. He lives 5 miles from the stadium where it is also raining, and I never connected the dots that the rain would translate over. Come on, Ben.
I gotta be honest, I respect that. so dialed in, you never think about the rain affecting.
When you said Ben first, I thought you were gonna say me, and like because up in Seattle it rained like 3 days ago. I should have known that it was coming down the coast to Santa Clara.
No.
Everyone knows that's how the rain moves on the West Coast.
Yeah, it does. Goes right down the coast, I guess.
So, anything happen in this game yet?
No.
Really, no.
Yeah, come on with my analytics bros, my numbers grinders, and the only thing they care about is the total carries. The least efficient running back in the NFL.
I want Pat to guess. How many carries do you think Kyren Williams has right now?
I just saw it.
I just said it a minute ago.
Okay.
Someone would have heard.
What do you think the line was for the full game?
I think I heard you say it earlier too.
God
by the
damn it.
way,
All right, man. All of my
How many does he have? Like 13?
14.
14. Beautiful.
Were you guys 17-5? That's all you need?
Yeah.
4
Yeah,
more?
Right.
Over 17.5.
Never been more over for the bookmakers.
It's pretty wild to just go in the first half, just get 14 carries.
You guys want to know why?
Makers are done. We put them out of business tonight.
They're never coming back from this one.
I got it.
Sure, they are absolutely nuking on the unders for everyone involved in the past.
You just get a
This game had a
404.
This game had a 48 and a half over under. And Pat was talking in our pregame chat for the pick'ems about how both teams might run a little. And I'm like, maybe I should take the under for stealing lines. I didn't buy it. I was like, these teams know each other well, but they often like go back and forth in the second half. Anyway, very much regretting not taking the under. This is absurd.
Well, the rain is helping. The rain is helping.
Yeah, but
My take.
I mean,
This
40
is
and a half's
absurd.
a high number.
This is the classic 2 West Coast teams. None of them grew up in the West Coast. They're probably all from areas where it rains frequently, but they spent like 9 months in California and they just forgot what rain is like.
Dude, you do forget. You forget.
That's why you guys all drive so slow when it rains in California. Like, holy shit, what is this?
What is?
Am I gonna slide?
We be on lockdown right now? Let's grab a couple Cali burritos.
Yo, where's the
Bunker in.
Yeah, so anyways, they have no idea how to play in rain, apparently.
No, Underdog got wind of how good we're looking on the Kyren Williams rush attempts, and then just Mr. Rudman, but all of them are paired with San Francisco hires.
Well, never mind.
They're kicking a 48-yarder in this monsoon.
Please miss it, Ash.
Oh,
Shit.
Wow.
Right down.
I'm in. As a Zoomer might say, I'm in awe of this Stafford stat line, by the way. Like, this is the Stafford I know and loves. Like, you know what? People are saying good things about me. Guess the hell what? Not anymore.
What's the stat line?
3 of 11 for 15 yards. So, yeah. You thought I was amazing. It's the Bills. Well, guess what? I'm going to come suck shit.
If you would have told the best ball community that this game would be 3-3 right now and that there would be major rain in San Francisco, just say back in June when we were drafting, how much lower do you think Niners and Rams? Do you think there would be like a 2 to 3 pick drop? Yes. I swear to God, if you told the community that the score in week 15.
Yeah.
Genuinely, yes.
Sure. They would have been off people's boards. People would have been like, no, I can't do it. We can't even draft them.
I never even thought there could be a bad weather game in Santa Clara in week 15. Yeah, they're off my board. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. No, you would literally have gotten a slide. Like if there were just like a community note that popped up on Underdog while you're drafting it, like just FYI, it'll be 3-3 and a heavy monsoon. Oh fuck.
Nope. Anyone else?
The Farmer's Almanac says it will be gently raining.
Farmer's Almanac.
In the stands, you will barely even need a jacket. So.
Stafford's done. He's done.
Yeah. Didn't Davis do a Farmer's Almanac thing one time? Like, was it
the
El Nino thing?
I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah.
Yeah,
none of you guys are actually from the Midwest, are you? Like my grandparents did actually get the Farmer's Almanac.
Sure. Both my parents are Montanans. So
okay,
my grandparents,
they
were farmers. They definitely had the Farmer's Almanac. That's the thing for sure.
Hey, it was always right too. Now I see Kumail Nanjiani, who has done more steroids than any player in this game, currently on a commercial.
That is so wild, man.
I'm never going to get used to this one.
He was friends with Batista, and then all of a sudden,
He's ripped. I didn't even know that.
Well, he's not. No, he's not ripped. He's jacked.
yeah, he's like
He's jacked.
Yeah.
He's like
It's strange. It changed his face. He got so jacked
I know
that it changed his face.
it did.
You know,
He's like the guy
he's
now,
got a
like
muscular face now.
like one hit in the parking lot, and he might accidentally kill you, like if he punches you. That's how jacked. Like a comedian should never be that jacked.
He's got abs that are like as big as his pecs almost. Like they're popping out of his.
It's
Right.
no good.
He went overboard with it. Like everyone likes the good, like, oh, the nerd comedian got in good shape, but he just took it a little too far.
Yeah,
He's got veins sticking out of his arms in a way that is like
It is
not
jarring.
Arnold.
Like, remember when Chappelle got kind of jacked, and it was like he didn't get Camille jacked, but I was like, Chappelle's skinny. Like he's supposed to be skinny.
Well, Chappelle just got old, then he decided to turn some of it into muscle. It's more than him getting jacked. Yeah. It's like, well, I can't be fat. I'm gonna turn some of this into muscle. Yeah.
It would have been funnier if like Kumail did it not for like a role, that's pretty justifiable, but more, how like Mac on It's Always Sunny did it just like for a bit where he was like doing all these nerdy roles, but was just super.
That's true. Mac got away with getting jacked because he got fat first.
Yes.
And then he just showed up super jacked as a bit. Yeah. And made everyone on the show was like, what are you talking about? You look normal.
His journey over those couple of years was wild.
Yeah.
Insane. Yeah, it was insane. He got legitimately fat too. Like he was eating like a ton of ice cream.
Can seriously anyone catch a ball? Like seriously.
I just want to scam a few Jawan and Kittle catches here.
He was cultivating mass. Yeah, he was putting on mass for sure.
I'm in a guillotine league, and I'm only starting 2 receivers because I have a Death Star, and it's all running backs. And Justin Jefferson was locked in, but then I had Juwan Jennings, Terry McLaurin, or Jerry Jeudy for door number 2. And I was like switching people in and out like all day. And I settled on Juwan Jennings and want to die.
Yeah, that's not fun.
Want to die.
Juwan's gonna get there. He's entered that stage of his career where he always gets there.
He is.
Oh, dude.
Thought I almost willed that catch into existence.
You did. I thought that maybe I was like, all right, Pete's 2 seconds ahead of me. This is gonna be an amazing catch.
That's how I was. It's like there's no way this could possibly be caught.
That is what I thought too. It's like, well, this can't be caught.
Pete seems fine. He seems cool with it. So
did you see Trent Williams, by the way, wearing the largest jacket I've ever seen?
Yeah, that was funny.
That was weird.
He looked like a small human, and he's not a small human. He's a large human.
Lake was just running Juwan's route for him. This game sucks.
Dude, Gretch, you got to let people know who didn't read Stealing Signals that the team you were sweating last week that caused you to turn off your camera in disgust at a third Josh Jacobs TD pulled out the victory. And
Yeah, Josh Jacobs versus Jaden Reed on Thursday night. It was a win and in team, and it was a Jamar Chase team, and we were down 37.5 going into Monday night. And his touchdown is the one that pushed us over. We needed 4.6 at that point. I was literally counting it down, and because at first when I finished part 1 of Stealing Signals, the game had already started, so I was counting it down on like a spreadsheet, not like tracking live because I was catching up to live. And then I just kept doing it that way for whatever reason. So I'm like doing it the old fashioned way. We needed 4.6 and he had a pass on that last drive that he kind of dropped it and then a DPI was called. And I was like, fuck, that's the one we're going to end up needing. He's going to catch one more. They're going to kick a field goal. Game's going to end. So then I thought we needed a punt in overtime, right? To get this 4.6. And then he catches that other one. They're already at the plus 40. They're into field goal range. I'm like, all right, I just need one more, but he's free, and then he's just like running to the end zone, and I'm like, holy shit, that just happened. Like he went over 37.5 on Monday night. The other guy, feel for that guy. Feel for the other guy that we were
I was one of the other guys on Monday.
Did you have the Manicast on for it?
No,
I didn't. No.
Hollingsworth was on as a guest, and they always do like a prediction thing, and they're like, what are you thinking? What are they going to do here? He goes, Jamar Chase is going to score a touchdown. They're not screwing around here. They scored a touchdown. And he called it like 4 plays before it happened. So then when it actually happened, he like literally like dropped his headset and left.
That's amazing.
I had a thought process on Monday where I was going through my remaining teams I'm not even kidding. As long as Jamar Chase does not score 40 points, like I'm good.
Oh God.
Yeah. All right. I pulled up the pick'ems here. They think Deebo is going to have 34 rushing receiving yards in the second half.
Do you want to take the lower?
I'd take the lower on that.
Hammer the under.
I think I'm just passing along that information.
Hammer the under.
I do still like the Kittle and Jennings stuff. They're each plus money to get 3 receptions each, but it is, I've been told, raining there.
I don't even know if this should count as a game. Like this is like,
this is
unbelievable.
Dude, they're gonna let us take rushing attempts again, 10 more to get 24 here for Kyron. That feels kind of nice.
Apparently, they're giving out free money at Underdog today.
You guys want to just build it?
Sure. Do they have quorum? They didn't have quorum pregame.
They don't have quorum right now.
This second half is gonna feature some passing, right? Like it has to. I think they're just both teams are just kind of trying to get into halftime and then be like, maybe it'll stop raining.
And they're just like refreshing Raw. They have push alerts on for Raw.
Oh, there's quorum. Yeah.
Oh, we got quorum. Oh, that's
like
not
that.
Oh, smash the higher. I mean, yeah, come on.
Yeah.
What
Correlate that with the Kyron hire as well. Just a run heavy second half.
I mean, I don't hate it.
I really don't.
Then who's going to be our Niners piece? I mean, it's got to be either Jennings or Kittle. Lower?
Wow. No, yeah, lower on I think you're lower on Deebo. You're saying the Rams have the ball a bunch and are running the ball a bunch, and you already didn't like the Deebo line. Like he's not getting there.
Why are they giving us?
And Deebo can't wait to screw us.
This is such the pick'em of people who watch the first half. You know, this is like I had to love it.
It's such a square pick'em. It's so
Watches the first half once.
I'll tell you what, it will literally be the only time in my entire life that I ever watched that first half.
That's true,
I'm
man.
watching that
is
back.
Absolutely true. Oh man.
that was very much this is what happened in the first half.
Yes.
Yeah. And here it is again. But it really feels like it's just we're getting it again.
I like Kittle. I mean, I think Kittle's
gonna
going to
say-
get going.
Kittle's cool.
Can we run one of these? Because the payouts aren't great. We can't slide. Can we run one of these with a Niners touchdown? We can pick who you want.
Yeah. Let's do a Niners touchdown to Kittle or
Kittle's
Jennings.
2.11. Jennings is 2.19. I think either of those. We could just run it. We could run it
with both.
ways.
Yeah, do both.
Yeah, run it
You
with
guys
both.
like the Quorum Kyron core? Do you want to mix up the Kyron?
Well, has Corum got his series yet? I don't think he has really. They give him.
I think
Well,
he
he
got
did
his
get
one
ace.
because Ben was mentioning
Yeah.
exactly how it happens, and then I noticed he was getting his exactly what Ben said would happen.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, he got his series right at the start of the second, but they went 3 and out. He got a carry and then a pass attempt that just like bounced off his hands and almost went for a pick. It's like, all right, hey, cool, he can't catch. And they had to punt one play later, so that was all he played, I think.
Maybe he earned another series.
Do you think he plays more?
I think so. Based on the way that he's been the last couple games, I think he plays. I think he gets a series in the third, especially with short week. Kyron had 29 carries on Sunday. He's already got 20 at half or whatever. Like,
Yeah, I like.
Yeah.
it.
Do you want to just run this same Rams running back core 3 times? One the Deebo under,
Yeah.
one Little Tutty,
Yeah.
and once Joe
Yeah.
Tutty?
I love it.
I love it.
Let's do it.
Well, let's. I mean, unironically, should we check Roth and see if it's going to stop raining?
Yeah.
Pull him up. Well, I'm going.
Well, I don't think, honestly, I don't think it's going to change a ton for how the Rams approach things.
Right. I mean, I think the Rams will throw more, and I think you could get into their passing game with some of these pick'ems, but
Okay, so
still
he says
run.
wouldn't be surprised if another rain shower hits them at some point.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now that's a.
there we go. Feel great.
Yeah.
That's a
All right,
Roth bomb.
There's the 3. So we are, if we can get this quorum, I mean, what do you think is the least like outside of the touchdowns, obviously, but like which one do you think is more of a lock? Kyron gets 10 more rush attempts or quorum clears 12 and a half rushing yards? Which one's
Aaron getting there is more
I
like
think Aaron getting there is more like they're committed to the bit. Ben makes a good point with the short week and the huge. They've been trying to limit him. Like it seemed like 15 on the dot until Sunday where he did double that.
Right.
And now it's a short week, but this is like a have to have it.
That's
game.
why I think my answer to Pete's question would have been Corum, but I think you guys, I don't feel confident about that. I think you guys make a good point. Kyron's going to get 10 more carries too.
Well, the fact that he's been utilized so heavily already kind of has me off the like it's a short week stuff. Like they have to win the game. Like they're using him nonstop. Like,
it is a have to have it game.
Yeah,
it is a have to have it game. There's part of me that thinks because they've used him so much in the first half, they'll come out and be like, "We're going to use Corum on the first drive of the."
I could definitely see that.
Yeah.
But then they're going right back to Kyron and use it.
Like I just don't see how they could do that again for a whole second half and give him 60 carries over 5 days. Right?
I'll
They cannot help.
I tell you how they do that. It's called
really
no second contract. That's what that's called.
Yeah.
Second contract.
Sorry.
How many touches until Kyron hits the cliff?
He's already there.
he's
already there.
Yeah, he's already there.
Oh
Yeah.
man. So what if would because you're sort of like the cliff consigliere for these coaches, like would you just say keep using him because he's already hit the cliff?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this point is free money. Like
Run him
yeah. Like
you guys
house
watched
is already
this
paid
half,
for.
but Pete, pull this up.
What?
I know you guys saw this half. That's the drive chart. Punt, field goal, punt, 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 field goal, punt, end of half. I've never seen that bad of a drive chart.
Dude, when they got it back to the Niners with a minute left, you're like, I don't know if there's like enough time for them to do, and then they like have enough time to punt. It's like, so bad. They gave 30 seconds back to the rim.
Oh my God.
There's 10 punts in the half.
I gotta do
So bad.
Doing a post, right? That's right. I'm podcasting and posting at the same time.
It only works if you narrate it.
Yeah.
Show us how the sausage gets made, buddy.
Oh, the sausage is taking essentially a screen grab of what Gretch just showed and pairing it with my favorite Simpsons quote. Well, everything looks bad if you remember it.
Where's that going? Blue Sky or Twitter?
Listen, man, this is what I'm not proud of this. Both. I'm just cross posting. I don't have a good strategy right now. Hope I'm not annoying people.
I mean,
But,
I've been doing a little bit. I haven't been cross posting, but a little bit of both, and doing like different posts. And I'm like, I kind of want to put this on the other site now because it didn't do well on this side.
Yeah, no, I know. That's why you gotta do it instantaneously, so it doesn't look like you're clout chasing your own clout.
Yeah. Your own clout.
I think you got to treat it like you're a big Hollywood actor. You do the blockbuster over here, and then you get to go do a few art house.
I have
film
kind of
on
been
Blue
doing
Sky.
that, like ever so vaguely artier ones on Blue Sky for now.
I think Blue Sky has more kind of like the truly the timeline vibe. So for like very kind of like in the moment, you know, like we're all watching the game together type stuff. That's probably going to do a little bit over there.
Well, everything does better over there, of course.
Yeah.
the problem. But yeah,
They just did a whole slow-mo and like zoom in on Puka's 8-yard catch where he caught it on the back of the helmet because they have no other highlights.
Yeah,
They're
they've
just
got
like,
nothing.
here's a catch that wasn't even a first down, but we're gonna zoom in on it 6 times.
And we didn't follow up. It was probably overruled as a catch later. Yeah, it wasn't even a catch. But,
What are we gonna do? Show you one of Kyron Williams' 14 carries? Like obviously we're gonna show you the one catch.
Show me like the center's snapping form. Like this is a good time to like teach me about guard play and you know like the quarterback's
seriously.
backup. Like look at
Learn
this guy's
something.
back pedal. It's
They
really
should
pristine.
be doing that though. There's a lot of run plays. They could be breaking down blocking schemes well right now. I want to
could.
see that.
Bezos
look
is
at the
on
way
the
this guy
phone.
pulls.
Like, is there anyone left in America who understands guard play? And some huge higher up at Amazon's like, no. Like, all right, never mind. No one can break down the guard play. Yeah, they tell you what, could have used some more yards. I mean, listen, thank God I came into the game. Don't get me wrong. All day, all I've been thinking about is the raw Kyron carry count. That was the only thing that I cared about all day. Was raw Kyron Williams carry totals. But
You were in
beyond that,
meetings just like zoning out, just wondering, could he actually get to 24 by
yeah,
I did notice all the Roto World blurbs was like Kyron. I would think maybe 19's a little too many carries this week, but we're looking pretty good for 18.
why Rotoworld had 6 different blurbs on Kyron Williams' carry counts for tonight. Don't ever remember seeing a single blurb like this from them before. These are clearly written by Pat. Is he okay?
He's signing them. No one's ever signed the blurbs.
Sign the blurb.
Would that RotoPat, would you be embarrassed, or would that be like career validating if you were out somewhere in public and someone had like printed out one of their blurbs, like in the same way you might have a photo of an athlete to get it signed, and you're like, dude, will you sign my blurb?
It would be embarrassing and more validating than you could ever imagine. And
Turn into the family.
It's like I don't have an autographed Sharpie in my pocket right now. It's kind of weird. I do actually. I'll sign that. Yeah.
You carry
what
out
if it
printed
was-
laminated blurbs for people.
Yeah.
Recognize
Like,
it?
I don't have this special silver Sharpie. That's kind of weird. But yeah, sure, I guess.
All right. Next time I see you, I'm printing out a blurb. I'm making you sign it.
Please do. Please do. Charming K Jewelers commercial.
My best blurbs, we'd put them on Twitter and you'd get the classic RotoPat.
I know.
Classic Denny.
I know.
That's when I knew I had a good one.
Yeah, you got accused of being Denny or me. Yeah.
Being Denny or you?
Yeah,
I was like, all right, that was a good one.
That's
Pat, how do you want to attempt to beat these allegations? Corain smokes weed and hates on the Steelers for fun.
This just seems like he's just
Guilty as
naming
charged?
facts about me.
Where is this even coming from? You love the Steelers, specifically Jalen Warren.
I love Jalen Warren, but I do kind of hate on the Steelers generally.
That's like, where's the allegation?
Yeah, what's the
What am I being
problem?
alleged of? This is
Yeah, it sounds. I have brown hair, blue eyes. Where are we going with it?
Man.
So yeah.
Pat, give us RotoPat, give us the prediction. How do you think this game goes? Is it more of the same?
No, because feral desperation mode's going to set in, and like McVay's like, all right, like Stafford can throw a pick. Like hopefully he does it early, gets out of a system, then we can actually start going down the field. Feral desperation mode never sets in for Shanny. I'll say he's content losing, basically.
Mm-hmm.
He's content losing, yeah.
Yeah, he is content to lose. Well, we gave it our best.
It's so because like I was digging into. Yeah, he's so frustrating because he's so good at some of the stuff. Like,
I know.
I really believe that, like the way he schemes stuff up is
He's
like
unbelievable. He is unbelievable. But like, he's the second. I keep making the same. I made this joke several times to Denny. Like, he gets down 3-0, and it's like, well, I guess we'll never have a lead again. Like a really like defeated kid or something. Like, I guess we're never scoring another touchdown. Like, dude, it was the opening drive, and you held them to a field goal. It's fine. Like, totally fine. That was their scripted drive, and they're a good offense. They just kicked a field goal. Like, just relax. And he loses belief very, very quickly. That's my main complaint on Shanny.
Yeah. Here you go. Many are wondering who is going to be the guy you need in the fantasy playoffs. Call your shot.
The guy you need in the fantasy playoffs besides Jerry Jeudy, huh? No.
Who you bet for a guy in a rainstorm?
Yeah, tonight I did bench Jeudy. That's true. Yeah, so no. Jerry Jeudy was the guy I needed last week. I'll tell you that. And fantasy playoffs guy you need. I'll have to think about that for a second.
I need it to be somewhat gross. You can't go to your love Derrick Henry. I need something a little deeper than that.
Jerry Jeudy would be my answer, actually.
I love it.
It's not sincere McCormick. Jeudy, I just had the complaint, like the fantasy industry, like it's been 2 games, like 2 big games. Like I just feel like the fantasy industry has underreacted to Jerry Jeudy leading the league in receiving, even with their bye week mixed in. Since Jameis Winston became quarterback, I just kind of felt like they underreacted.
I love that. That's a great stat.
Maybe he's not. That was coming into last Sunday, by the way. So maybe not still. But
have you guys ever seen a coach as wet as Sean McVay just was? His hair was completely soaked still coming out of the locker room, and he's wearing a sweatshirt because I don't think he realized the Bay effect was going to hit, and his sweatshirt is just like completely damp.
God!
And he didn't change.
Soaking wet sweatshirt is not fun.
No.
I've seen wet coaches, but they're usually at least like in a slicker. Like it's not.
Always
You're
in
not
the slicker.
soaked.
Well, they have like the plastic poncho things you could put on.
Right.
Those are
He's
like
just
available at the game. He's the head coach of a football team. You think he could get a poncho? What are we talking about here?
I think he could get one.
I think he would find a poncho to be emasculating in some way.
Yeah,
He wouldn't-
That's fair.
They probably every NFL coach now has to ask themselves, what would Dan Campbell do? And can you
Right.
picture Dan Campbell wearing a poncho?
Campbell would be in the range.
No,
And
hold on.
McVay's definitely that type of dude. Like he thinks he's playing. When he's coaching, he thinks he's still like a member of the team.
That's
And so it's like
really
I got to
good
show
point.
toughness. It's like all right.
I feel like
mean,
Campbell would
whatever.
have like a cool it's kind of like a long raincoat, like type you'd see.
No,
at Roddy
that's
wear.
what I was gonna say. I
Have
think
a outfit
Campbell
monster.
is the classic. He's so secure in his masculinity that he just wears like a giant jacket and like
Yeah.
oversized gloves. Like he doesn't care. You
right.
think
right.
he's
Yeah.
soft because he knows that he's not.
But I don't think he's in a poncho because that shows a lack of preparation.
Oh no, he's the kind that's prepared for sure.
He's prepared. Yeah, he brought like a legit raincoat. Yeah.
That's a good point.
You did just define Campbell very well though, because I mean that's a dude that's like thrives on toughness and all stuff, and also just will cry in the middle of practice and
Yes.
it does not bother
Totally.
him.
Yeah.
I can basically see Dan Campbell throwing on this like really thick Carhartt jacket that actually isn't like water resistant, and so it looks really industrial and heavy duty, but it's just drenched to the bone. It's
Soaking through the-
absorbing all the rain.
He almost dies from pneumonia. Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way,
Anyway, it
happens so
isn't
quick-
performative toughness with Campbell. It was just like he's just who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like my drunk father-in-law was a quote in the chat. I love that.
Did you see
Uh,
there's a clip going around of the Dan Campbell
Oh, smelling
lookalike
salts for Kittle
contest?
here. You see that?
No.
What'd you say?
Oh, good.
Kittle had the smelling salts under the helmet, and then his eyes are going nuts.
They're
He went full Adam
Let's
Gase.
go.
Great.
Yeah.
They're crazy.
Even on the field.
Yeah.
Oh, he is. There's 2 tight ends and a fullback.
By the way, you guys may
They're
not
on
have
the
realized this. It's 13 minutes left in the third quarter, and the 49ers have the ball. The Rams did already have the ball.
Yeah, well, and Brad Williams already ran the ball twice, so we're on
Yes.
our way.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Welcome to the stream, Steph.
Thanks for having me, guys.
How are you doing?
I mean, I wish it was a better game.
Yeah.
Sure.
We're
Feel that.
kind of in hell over here.
Yeah,
Not a good game.
not good
Oh,
for
man.
my stuff either. Fantasy
I was
wise.
excited for our Garendo under, but I think that the Niners just came out with 2 tight ends and a fullback the first 2 plays,
Yeah,
and I think their
yeah.
second half plan is we're just going to run the shit
We're
out of the
gonna run it.
ball.
They watched
I
Aaron
was
slam into the
thrilled.
line 18 times and got jealous.
Yeah.
In the locker room, they just put up the Kevin Roth radar screenshot, and he's like, "All right, fellas, it's gonna be running entire second half. You see this? Run the ball."
Shanny just has an Apple Watch, and it's only getting Kevin Ross tweets. Like, come on, tweet. We need a new one. Come on, come on, come on.
Oh, God, they're just staying in 22.
What is Grinders Live? Come on.
He's throwing. Well,
Unless his
Rondo
foot gives
pass.
out.
Dude, Garindo's catching passes. It's never been more over for Juwan Jennings.
Deebo's the one who hasn't been on the field yet. They've been 22 with Jennings as the one receiver. Kittle's out there as one of the tight ends. They got you. There goes
There's
Deebo.
Mr. Senior.
They got Juszczyk and Eric Saubert on the field to start the drive over Deebo. That's who it's over for, man.
I'm not ready to accept this Deebo age cliff, guys. Like that was really depressing to hear.
Age cliff, touch cliff, Shanny cliff. Because Shanny, he loves all his players until he starts to hate them.
Right.
So he's at 3 different cliffs. That's
What are you
everyone.
doing, Purdy?
Wow.
What is that ball?
Don't know.
Does he have small hands? Is that a thing
Probably.
with Purdy? I think
Seems like
I
it
think
should
might
be.
Yeah.
He seems like he would, like, just kind of his vibe.
Is he the? I didn't he have a really bad playoff game in the rain a couple years ago?
It sounds
Can
very
he not deal? I
familiar.
think he can't deal with the elements. Is what I'm.
He's like a
vaguely
farm boy.
He is like a farm boy.
he like tough.
That would make me think he could deal with rain.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Exactly. It's incongruent.
But he's a farm boy from Texas.
No, he's not
Rain on a
from
farm in
Texas.
Isn't
He's
he?
from
You
Iowa.
were not.
I think he's from
Hey,
Iowa.
Pete, does
right?
it rain
He's
in
from
Texas?
Iowa. The problem
Wow.
is Even if you're
Kittle's from
from
Iowa.
Even if you're from Iowa, you go to California for one day, and it's never been more over.
That's true. He's
All
just
your
a
farm
California
memories
guy
just
now.
wiped away. Yeah.
It poured the whole time during the dog bowl, so it does rain sometimes.
Yeah, you guys did not give all of us out of towners the best version of Texas.
Hey,
Oh, he was.
it was beautiful weather up until literally that night.
So he actually lives in the city that my brother lives in now in Arizona.
Well, he's from
And they go to the
Arizona,
same-
apparently.
Apparently, he was born
Arizona.
there. I went to his
Okay.
Wikipedia. He was born in this city that I thought he just was living there in the off seasons. Now that he's a pro athlete or whatever, but he was born in Queen Creek, Arizona. So
God,
outside
even
of Phoenix.
Purdy's running the ball now. They just can't stop running.
Dude, did you see? I forget who was first. Purdy is second in the league in scrambles somehow. Yeah,
He scrambles a lot.
Jaden Daniels leads in scrambles. I know he scrambles like a decent amount. I didn't think he scrambled second in the league amount. I had my mind
Scramble
blown.
attempts.
Yes,
May,
sir.
I think, leads in scramble yards.
Yeah,
per game
this
anyway.
is, again,
And
attempts
I
the only
thought
thing.
Richardson has a huge design.
Wait,
Well, I guess that's
to
design.
be clear,
runs.
attempts
Yeah,
are the only thing
design,
we
yeah.
care about. Attempts the only thing we care about.
Right, that's true.
I don't
Sorry
care about
for
the
telling
yards at all. Yeah,
Yeah, my bad.
only the raw attempts. Don't.
So
even
I will say in our one core right now, Kyron 2 rushing attempts away, Kittle's 2 receptions away, but Jawan's really who we need to get going. And if he didn't have those two or three drops, we would be in very good shape.
Yeah,
Three.
pretty good shape.
Three
there.
drops.
Who's counting?
I am. I do
How many more do
have
we
him.
need?
I do have him in 2 BBM teams.
We need 4 receptions for Jennings.
But they're just running the ball.
so much. running.
Shanahan's trying to set some type of precedent right now, which is not. It's not great for the play volume in the second half either. That both these teams want to just run the ball and play a 6-3 game.
Oh my God, you're
They
right.
really are competing for a 6-3 game. Like they're like, I'm gonna get to 6 before you do.
Dude. I need the.
Out
did
the
you want-
storm, fellas. Just waiting it out.
Wait, is it even still raining?
No.
No.
The rain has stopped. I just looked
I
up.
feel like Shanahan didn't have the Roth report.
Yeah.
He came out of half and he's like, shit, I was preparing for a
I know.
completely different
Yeah.
outcome.
he thought it
Here's
was
what
raining.
Roth wasn't accounting for, though. McVay is still wet.
Yeah, I know. Oh
Debo
my God.
washed up.
Oh
Good
my
God,
God, dude.
Touchdown.
Dude,
That was a
I-
walk-in touchdown.
where's a tweet? I want to go out a community note.
Ooh.
You gotta add a
That was
second
rough.
community note.
Dude, you
I
gotta
mean,
fucking
dude,
catch
there-
that.
There's,
Zero
That's
excuses.
why.
Perfectly in stride, right in the belly. Come
Pull up
on.
our other core. Our other core almost just hit. It only needs over 10 Deebo points. That would have been about 8 right there.
Oh, you're right, because we even have a
And-
chance to middle the
Right. Oh, we
halftime
need-
one with yards because we would
But
need
this is with
but we need a
Puka.
ton of Puka. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought this was with Kyron too. Whose idea was it to
mean-
not do Kyron on that?
Does he go in the doghouse after this too?
Kick
That
It
guy
was
off
at
the
one
show.
time
Yes.
with Kyron, too.
Yes.
So
he does.
Kyron is in the stretch ones though. We just need Jawan's really the biggest sweat here because I feel like Kittle's still gonna get there.
Deebo Samuel.
Do you guys
Bro.
want to hear a theory though? Shanny
Yeah.
wanted the field goal so bad he told Deebo to drop it.
Mm.
That's possible. I believe that.
He thinks it'd be unchivalrous to win this game by more than a field goal.
I did see
I
he
mean-
walked by Shanahan. He kind of like gave him a little.
Yeah.
I just did this last week, so I got to do it again because apparently it's good luck. But I got a Purdy team in the freaking shootout in the main event with Sean, a different team. And we started Purdy, and I'm like, I really wanted that touchdown because you've
Yeah.
done nothing.
Shit.
It's Purdy, Kittle. We got Cup in it on this team too. This team's gonna be dead on Thursday night of Week 15.
Man,
Brutal.
It's not great.
that is brutal. Yeah, Deebo is reevaluating some things right now on the sideline, is my guess. Like, yep. Tell you what, guys, I'm struggling. I admit it.
The community was correct.
Yeah, yes. You know, you can. I'll take the tweet down if you can take the note down. Yeah, I admit it now.
I think the other thing that I'm most mad about that drop is we could have really used a touchdown just for like the vibes.
Seriously.
Like, fucking
Yes,
McVay to
yes.
start like throwing and shit.
Oh my god, that's an
It's
amazing.
a
The only
must-win
thing here
game.
is this might be the quorum drive. After that, he's like, "Oh, they're really waving the white flag. Time to get
Yep.
Blake some touches."
I think you're right. This is the quorum drive.
Oh yeah, it is. I would almost bet 2.5 quorum carries, not just touches, carries on this drive. How are we feeling? Just on this drive. Smashing the over.
I think that, yeah. They got to get a first
You
down
don't
is
know
the
which
one
drive
tricky
it
part.
is. When it is the drive, you smash the over, but it's like
Right.
You got to see him. You got to see him running out there, and then you know.
Don't lose faith if Kyron's out there on the first snap either, all right? Sorry, it's not even funny.
It is.
Yeah, it was.
Showing a replay of the most absurd injury I've ever seen in my
That
life.
was crazy, man.
Trying to run onto the field at the Super Bowl.
That was crazy.
I think you're having a good day. And yeah, that was the most insane thing I've ever seen in sports.
A very surreal thing. I mean, I remember when they came back and they're like, this is a thing that happened that we didn't,
Yeah.
we obviously didn't have the camera on it, but this guy's hurt. You're like, it's Trey Greenlaw no longer going to be playing in this game.
Simply trying to run onto the field for the biggest game of his life. If I were an Achilles, I would just not do that. All right. No, I don't even know what I want to happen anymore. Quorum out there.
Have you considered making a pick 'em and then you know exactly what you need? to
Show
happen?
Blake. Oh, Deebo. That's kind
Yeah, at this point, we'll take
We would
B-roll
like
of
Kittle.
Blake. We don't even need a carry.
Dude,
we just see him.
He's thinking about
Who's
how
in?
many community notes.
Quorum's in, dude.
Yeah, that is quorum. Yeah. I know. Yeah, Deebo was thinking about the community notes. Now they're going to get slapped on.
I was going to
Come
tell those
on.
guys.
Oh,
We
shit.
need rushing
well, now they're not
yards.
running?
not-
I said
One
carries.
oh my god! Underdog was too scared to give us scrimmage yards on him.
That I believe is his first reception of the year or second.
Yeah.
I
No,
thought you were
no,
going to
he
say that
has
was the Rams' longest
4.
play of the game.
Of the year.
That was his 5th reception. I lied.
Man. Damn.
We
he
didn't
looked
take
like
receptions, did we?
He looked like a
No,
natural
we did
there.
not.
Dude, so the Bills were like a light drizzle away from getting the 1 seed. That's what this.
Yeah.
That's what this game is telling us.
Yep. All right. Just hand it off to Blake now. All
Come
right, no.
on.
Shit.
So we were absolutely correct that this is the
Is that
Blake
Davis
drive, just
Allen?
entirely
It's
not
Hunter
the way
Long.
we thought it would be.
What?
Yeah.
Jesus.
That
Good
was
God.
Hunter Long.
That was Hunter Long.
Dear
The
God.
guy
Yeah,
that used to
Davis
play for the
Allen
Dolphins.
is
Yeah.
injured, I think.
The
and
guy
that's
I
why
got
Kyle
excited
Higbie's
about to
still
draft
out.
in Dynasty
That's
one
right.
time.
Right. I remember talking
I
to you
did too.
about him. I remember him going to the Rams. I didn't know he was like, is that his first catch?
Probably.
Oh my God. Now all of a sudden they're an
guess
empty.
Parkinson's.
Oh my God. Blake Quorum is the leading receiver.
It's now
all of a
Alvin
sudden.
Kamara, apparently.
Yeah. What the
Wait,
hell?
Gretch, you might not be kidding. Oh no, he's one off of Puka now. He is the leading receiver in yards. Yes. He now leads the
Oh
Rams in
my
receiving
God.
yards.
Hunter Long, by the way, 6 career receptions in 4 seasons.
No.
These
Puka's
guys are
still
just
got-
like, we're going to start throwing to dudes that no one will expect. They're going to do a tackle eligible pass next. I mean, they're
McVay's just trying to find guys who are dry.
By the way, Quorum.
give him a handoff.
Oh, dude. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my god!
Is that Parkinson? Oh,
If that other
man.
defender would have left his feet, would have been the easiest
I know.
kick-goal interception.
Oh, Stafford is gone. Stafford got bored. He's finally like, dude, I gotta throw a pick. Like, I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, we gotta.
Pat,
I gotta
it's just
feel
one drive to start the half, man. Relax.
something. Exactly. Just let him feel alive.
Oh
Let
my
him
God,
feel
he
good.
hit number 7 in the hands. Number 7's not on offense.
Yeah, Deebo has opened his
was
eyes.
like,
That's
bro,
a good
that's-
sign. Yeah,
Ball
hand
was
the
way
ball.
Hand off the
Snap
corner.
it. That's a delay of game.
Right, thank God.
come on.
Beautiful. What a play.
I've never seen someone so
Exactly,
excited about
exactly.
2.5 yards.
I was like, that didn't go very far.
So wait, what was it 2.5? Was the over under?
Yeah, we just need 6 more of those and we're good.
Yeah, we
six
need a
more.
lot. Yeah,
Oh,
no,
jeez.
12 yards.
We need
man.
five
Oh,
more
rushing yards.
Or
I
just
thought-
6 more.
I thought you were sorry. I thought you were doing carries again.
No, I was. I
No.
thought I was saying we need 6 more carries to get him over.
Okay.
This
Oh,
literally
okay.
could wind up being his like last snap of the game. Like he's playing this drive, but if they don't convert and then they decide to punt,
Karen's back in.
Yeah.
Karen's back in.
is he?
Oh,
Yeah.
The
He split
last-
out.
Okay.
never been more over.
Never been more over.
Ooh.
They
It's
put
gonna be
Kyron in on Quorum's drive. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a new one.
And he's
This
staying.
McVay's final.
Oh,
he's
no, he's
he's-
leaving.
he's
So-
leaning forward in the chair. Meme.
Are you watching
He's
the
stoked.
Prime view? Is that it?
Yeah. Yeah.
He left.
I think so. He looked like he was jogging the other way.
Was that a
Dude,
first down?
What is up with McVay?
Oh no,
He is-
Kyron's there.
Kyron is
Kyron's
still
back in.
by the
4th
way,
and 1.
yeah.
Let's go.
Damn.
Here's your we need some Kyron attempts anyway.
So that looked like a QB sneak from the jump. I'm like,
Dude, this is like the most rushing yards of Matthew Stafford's career.
I'm gonna look that up right now. Actually,
He had the one scramble and a QB sneak. That's got to put him like top 10 career.
I'm
games
gonna
ever.
look that up right as we speak because I think you
Dude,
have
there's-
to be right.
There's so much rushing in this game that we're down inside 5 minutes of the third quarter. Like this game's just gonna be over.
It's gonna be over.
It's
Yeah.
7:05 on the West Coast. We haven't even been playing for 2 hours. This game is
Crazy,
like
man.
winding
Crazy.
down.
On the downside, we lose our pick'ems. On the bright side, I get to go to bed early. So
Yeah,
call it
Pete's
a
gonna get his
wash.
sleep. I had a lot of travel this weekend.
Here's the problem, by the way, Pete. Stafford's played 219 career games, so he has reached 20 yards rushing 22 times. His career high is 37.
Okay.
Gotta be honest, it's a little embarrassing he doesn't have at least 150-yard rushing performance.
I mean, there's not one where the entire defense fell down.
Exactly,
You think
like,
of
seriously,
empty? Come
like-
on.
a naked bootleg where he gains 46 yards. But yeah, 219 career appearances and his career high for rushing is 37.
Who's that?
Mr. Stafford.
Hmm.
That's pretty hard to do, man. Like I bet Brady hit 50 rushing in a game once, maybe not actually.
I remember making fun of Jared Goff, and then he had the game. He had like a 40-yard run last year.
Exactly.
on
That's
that.
you would think that would happen like one time for Stafford.
Yeah.
And this false start is gonna kill this drive and this game. Dude, change your hoodie, man. Sean. Like
I mean, what are you doing?
what is this?
I think that honestly, the look would be you have kind of like a nice, well-fitting rain jacket that you put over the hoodie. I think the aesthetic would look nice. It'd be practical. It'd be functional.
Yeah, but good.
Warm. You can call pass plays.
Why wouldn't you do that? No one wants to be wet.
He's too dialed, man. He's just too dialed. He doesn't care. He doesn't feel anything.
The wet look is in. I mean, especially like that looks like a cotton hoodie. That thing's just
No, I know. That's useless now.
really uncomfortable now.
That was definitely ineligible downfield, wasn't it?
I thought so too, actually.
That was effective, but
By the way, Brady's career high for rushing is 31.
yeah, I mean 73's 5 yards downfield. What the hell? Just we're gonna let that happen. He's way downfield.
He was booking it down there too,
Yeah.
actually. Wish there was anyone who could tell us about guard play.
Steph, you got any notes on guard play for us?
What's going to happen here? He's going to throw a pick, man. I'm telling you, I'm feeling it. Tell you what, that was not Blake Corum. That's all I care about.
Yeah, no, I think. I mean, I know you laughed at that, Pete, but I think Corum might be on ice for the rest of the game. We might just get Pierre Kyron from here on
He
out.
looked
The thing
good
is,
out there,
Kyron
man.
might
Like-
get so many carries that he might literally need a breather.
He might, yeah.
That's actually a good point.
I actually kind of like our second half pickups.
Yeah, me too.
Get the one suck out.
Was that
touchdown.
Corum? I think Corum's. No, never mind.
No,
They
Kyron-
look a
All
lot
numbers
alike.
look the
Yeah,
same.
I don't think Kyron's
Yeah,
going to
All
leave the field
numbers
for this
look
drive.
alike. I mean, it didn't help that Corn picked 22 when
I
Kyron
know.
was
I'm
23.
saying it is
Like everyone talked about that they drafted a Kyron clone, right? McVay sat there in press conferences after the draft and was like, "Yeah, we drafted a clone of our running back we have." And then he's like, "Hey, I'll pick the same number as him. We'll just look the exact same."
I mean, I am with like Corain. I'm with Corain now, or I'm totally fixated on the McVay hoodie. Like I don't understand.
It's
like,
insane.
It's just
It's
poor. I mean, it doesn't
more
speak
bizarre
of like
than
his
the cheese
planning,
grater.
No, it
attention to
doesn't.
detail.
No, it doesn't. Or Pat, it said he's so dialed in. On the
He's so
details
dialed
that
in, he
matter.
couldn't think. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
something as insignificant as what he's wearing.
You can't even feel it.
All right, now put in quorum. Yeah, you got him to celebrate.
It's time to celebrate. Kyron
Yeah.
has officially crossed the 17.5 Rubicon there.
Nice.
So we are
Oh hell yeah!
We're
20
cooking that.
rushing attempts.
And then we need to get to what's the other one we're trying to get to? 24 for the halftime?
Yeah, 23 and a half. So we just need 4 more on the second half ones.
My God, he's already at 20
I mean,
Yeah, and then we have that with Deebo one.
for 65 yards.
God.
I mean, Garando can't rush if they hold on to the ball this long.
No,
21.
I don't know how far we are on that under.
And
I'm
they're
very
just gonna let
interested to see how
run
this ends
out.
in a field goal. By the way,
Seriously.
It's happening.
I said
How
I was going to
many
leave.
points did this team score last week? I don't believe it.
Dude, they're not going to run another play here.
They're not in a rush
Can
to.
something happen in this damn game?
I said I was going to leave at the end of the third quarter, but that was way too fast.
They have Whittington and Robinson on this. Like, they couldn't be more clear that they're running it.
They could be more clear that they're just trying to get him a jump offside.
Well, that's true.
Does
We're
someone have
not
the
gonna
actual
snap
run time on the third quarter? I feel like Steph just got here and Steph joined literally at the beginning of the third quarter.
That was got to be one of the quickest. Do people keep stats on that? Like the quickest?
There was no
quarters
flag.
They
of the
do.
season?
Yeah, no flags. How many? Was there like 4 total possessions?
3. There's 3. They did the 3 and out, and then the
This
Niners
is-
had a 10-play field goal, and then this one has been a 13-play drive. 8:23 has come off the clock. They're just running 40 seconds off the clock with a run play every single snap.
Man, oh man.
It's
Yes,
absurd.
it's real time.
McVay's
It's a real
cold.
time.
He just
Real
wants to
time.
go
15
home.
minutes.
McVay's cold and wants to go home is a new conspiracy theory. We're
And
through
so
the
if someone
3
just
quarters.
got him a fresh shirt, they might actually start throwing the ball again.
It hasn't
Real.
even been 2 hours since game kicked. This is insane.
This is insane.
I mean,
Yeah.
don't the advertisers need some commercials? Like, can't we just like call some, I don't know, something? Like, can we get the Buffalo Wild Wings guy in here somehow? Like,
I saw Will Ferrell sleeping with an alligator or a crocodile in an Amazon commercial, by the way.
Did you feel influenced?
So did anyone else find this? Anyone else hear about this?
No, I
You guys see this?
missed this.
I missed it. Might kind of be like a For You page thing where they just kind of you're interested.
Yeah,
in.
that,
Yeah.
that wasn't the
Nick-
stream, man.
Nick in the hopper says, producer Nick, 24 minutes from the timestamp. He marked.
Oh, he's got the
third quarter
timestamps.
starting
Yeah.
Yeah.
at 1:33. There's 15 minutes of clock that has to run. It took 24 minutes. That's insane.
I would have taken the under if you said it at 24. I would say it was faster. Than that.
I know it felt faster. But 24 is about the limit of the mathematics there. I feel
Right,
like.
because you got to run commercials
Yeah,
between
yeah,
drives.
yeah.
They'll milk it even if it's slow. I think
It's a
the
good
one way you
time
could
to
do it
take-
is if it was one drive that took the whole 15 minutes and they ran like 20 plays. If they did like a Navy, triple.
Well, there'd have to be like
option
no
drive,
drop passes too or anything.
Right. Run play every snap.
Yeah.
When the length of the third quarter is the same number as Kyron's higher on his rushing attempts, you're just watching a hell of a game.
Yep. Gonna go ahead and eat.
I really thought this was going to be a good game.
Yeah.
Me too.
Light drizzle did it in.
Trying to figure out where I'm fading this game because everywhere that I need this game is fresh in my mind. But it's good for anyone who is fading this in the first round.
I don't have a lot of Kyron that advanced in best ball, and I was looking through pods, and
I
A
have
lot
no
of people do
Puka.
have a lot of Kyron, so yeah, we'll
I'm
see.
sure.
Although he might get in the end zone here.
Yeah, I have no Puka in my BBM stuff that advanced. So, but did anybody? So I'm not sure how much that helps.
And Kyron run.
Oh,
no.
Oh my
Stafford.
God, Stafford hurt our.
Well, that didn't go well.
No. He suffered about 3 different injuries on that play.
He just dropped the ball. He was like, "Fuck this!" I'm
And he was like, "Screw this! I didn't sign up for this."
He got tackled by 3 dudes and just dropped the ball and just gave up. They got a holding penalty. That was a disaster.
The field
God.
goal. This is ridiculous. This kicked
Okay,
us
now that the one sweatshirt feels pretty fucked up again.
Yeah, a dry McVay never calls that. He's starting to dry on him. You know, like the wet clothes are starting to dry. They're like a little slimy. Like your skin's still kind of wet. Like he's all out of sorts.
He looks so
Can't figure
out
what to
prepared.
call.
Shanny, yeah, look at Shanny's like nice water resistant coat.
Yeah, McVay's
Come
a
out of a
disaster.
fucking timeout, a long ass commercial from a quarter break, and call that play. I don't. You were just reading a Stafford's career rushing high.
I know. That's how bad this game was. I was looking at Stafford.
He's gonna run again. They're
rushing
gonna hand this
game
ball
logs.
off.
He had time to think about it. How did he not fucking decide that was a terrible idea?
All right, back to where we started.
A fucking designed QB sweep.
Insane.
I fucking can't with that call.
Yeah, the hoodie has to smell bad. Chris says it smells terrible. He wore it in the halftime locker room wet.
He didn't even have an extra change of clothes.
How do
in
you
the
not have
locker
an
room.
extra hoodie, dude?
Like, put on something. That makes no sense.
Someone's got a hoodie.
Someone in the stands.
You're the coach. You're the head coach. You're gonna wear a wet hoodie for a whole half and call QB sneaks from the 5.
Oh my
Another-
God.
Have him.
Dude, what even is this? Of course, there's
Dude, did you see that sidearm?
I know.
I'll
He's
take 7 times.
Dude, if Patrick Mahomes made that sidearm, you guys wouldn't shut up about it.
Pat, you called it this drive finishing on a field goal.
there's just literally
what's the
no
flag?
way. Yeah, it's gonna be another holding. I'm sure.
Yes, and the hold. Yeah, it came out so early.
Oh, it's ineligible, I think.
Ineligible. Wait, what? The flag was
Oh
out
no, that's
really
that's a
early.
hold. I think. I don't know.
2 fouls, both
2
by the
fouls.
offense.
Ineligible and a hold.
Oh, we're all right.
It's easy when they do multiple things. To be right.
He declined both penalties because he knew McVay was just going to kick no matter what. Honestly, unbelievable. Make him pay. He wanted you to kick. He wanted you to kick, Sean. Already
Aren't you guys supposed to be playing mind games with each other?
Exactly. He wanted you to kick. Or you can't.
How many
game
times do
imagine-
you guys
imagine
think the
if-
Rams had actually practiced that quarterback play? Like you end up getting a hold on it, probably in part because the line isn't used to the blocking scheme. Because how fucking often are they running Stafford sweeps in the red zone portion of practice?
There's no way they're ever risking him taking a hit on that, even like an incidental hit on that in practice. So that play had never been practiced before.
It's probably never been practiced. What were you doing?
All right,
We're
imagine
gonna be telling our
you
kids.
went out with like your boss into the field at like a high stakes meeting, and he was wet the whole time. Like that would just completely change your opinion of this guy. How can you take it? He's wet, dude. We have serious.
Oh, dude,
work to
he's
do. You're
hurt,
soaking
dude.
wet.
He's holding his ribs. He's gasping for air. It's never been more
But-
over.
He plays through pain though. I mean, this is Stafford.
He does.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
Hear me out.
Right?
Blake
Look at
Corum, emergency QB, runs the Wildcat. Who says no?
I'm in.
I'm in. I'm definitely in.
It is 6.
We might get OT. Bonesaw, we cannot handle OT. We don't.
No, I've
The
shut
one
down the
time we
screen
don't want to-
after 4 quarters, regardless.
Oh.
I thought I was gonna have to leave around because it was like the game will end at 10:30. I gotta talk to my wife before she goes to bed, and like the game's like, no, dude, I'll be over by like 9:30 Central. It's fine.
It's all gonna work.
Yeah, fine, dude.
No, there will be no talking to your wife. I am sorry.
Just saw a tweet from the Ringers. Danny Heifetz said Stafford running sounded good in a meeting.
That's good.
Yes, it did. Except for it didn't even sound good in the meeting.
It really did.
Everyone knows that.
Steph, how's it going in the high stakes streets? I know we had some tough decisions here on our team with Kavish there. How did this first week of playoff go?
Well, I mean, looks like we made at least the right decision to sit Patrick Taylor because he's not getting any kind of run out and nothing's happening because our RB2 spots are a big decision point. We did start Kittle, but I mean, it's tight end, so it may be enough points, depending on how the week goes there. But yeah, we could get some luck if some of these injuries, depending on how the week plays out for our running back, because that's a weak spot of the team, but the rest of the team's really strong. We have Bowers and Chase and London. We got a lot of studs that project really well this week. So
yeah, the sprint is gonna be it's gonna be wild. You definitely have to have the major spike guys, right? Like if Jerry Jeudy was in the sprint, he had his game on Monday. It's like you got to have the Jerry Jeudy start that week.
There's always those gotta have them guys.
It is kind of nice because that would have been brutal if like that Allen game was last week in the sprint, and then you're just like, well, I'm fucked because I don't have Josh Allen.
Yeah. As somebody that doesn't have any Josh Allen, I looked through my team somehow anywhere. I am terrified after that game.
It's a little scary.
And I didn't have a fade on him, so I'm not quite sure how that happened. But
yeah, speaking of the Josh Allen, someone needs to tell Kyle Shanahan, this Rams defense just allowed literally the greatest fantasy quarterback performance of all time. Like I think maybe we could hit some quote unquote explosives against this defense.
JJ Watt just had a tweet. He has it in quotes. 6-3 ball game heading into the fourth quarter. Defensive guys have to be loving this. And then he just wrote, no.
Dude, Shanny is a Deebo dead ender. This is like seriously unbelievable.
Yeah, we're still manufacturing
There's a flag
for Deebo.
Yeah. He's not going to let the Deebo point drop. It's like, Dad, will you just stop saying that? Just please shut up. Like, I've never told you to shut up before in my life, and I never will again. But you have to stop with the Deebo thing. So, hold on, just wait a second. He acts like he's going to stop talking about it for 90 seconds, and then he brings it up again.
Shanny's like, I just can't see my guy get community noted again, man. Like, I just got to get him a few targets.
They just called ineligible on that one, and I mean, why didn't Puka remember the Puka one? Like, I mean, if you're going to call. If you're going to be lax on ineligible downfield on these wide receiver screens, that one came out quick. I can't imagine the offensive line.
I thought they called something on Kittle.
They called
something on Kittle. It looked like
they also called offensive pass interference on for him blocking before.
Interesting. Was it?
RotoPat, you want to go off on him?
It was a rather vigorous block there from Kittle.
Oh jeez.
Oh god.
Challenge target.
I guess, yeah. A would-be target.
Yeah. He's got 7 targets on the game, 2 catches, looking good.
My new favorite bit is the past tense Wikipedia, and it's now Juwan Jennings is an American former professional football wide receiver. Juwan, man.
Let's wait to make those jokes until after the game's over with our pick'ems. So a little too soon.
Jerry Judy's gonna have 170.
Oh, he's got Kittle deep.
Please.
Oh, that was
my god! No, it's just someone running Deebo's route for him.
Well, Kittle went deep on the top side.
So depressing.
I thought he was gonna gear up and throw to Kittle up top. But Kittle cut his route off.
Throw the guy that can
Kittle's
catch.
route wasn't a deep route. Well, Pierce all anyway. I'm an idiot. I thought that was Kittle.
You want to talk about former American football professional wide receivers, Ricky Pearsall.
Ricky Pearsall.
Seriously.
You do hate to see it. Deebo now out of the
He had
game.
a cool catch at Florida, though.
Oh, dude, Shanny, like honestly, man.
And we're fading Garendo's rushing yards. Can you just not give him 15 yards for a punt? Like, come on, just throw downfield. Draw a penalty. That was
Seriously,
absurd.
yes. Oh,
This
here's
guy really, really hates scoring points.
gasping for air. Stafford coming back in the game.
There are maybe no play calls I dislike more than that. Like a 3rd and 20 draw. And I mean, they'll be like, well, it's field position.
If you're willing to go for it now, okay.
Yeah,
But
right.
yeah,
Sure.
I do hate it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, if you're not going to go for it, then you can't. I mean, you only get so many possessions in a game. Now, of course, this game has had so many punts that you get a few more than other games, but you average game's about 11. These guys are going to get about 15 in this game because they're all fucking.
What's your analogy? I really like this.
Did this punter just get lit up?
Possessions or innings? Is that what?
I didn't
The
see
baseball thing, yeah, they're like innings.
Yeah.
Like you can't
They're
just
like innings.
like
Yeah.
it'd be like having 2 outs and nobody on base and just being like, well, it's 0-2 count. We're just going to strike out. Like, no,
Yeah.
I mean, swing for a fucking home run. Like, just try.
Right.
You know, like
Right.
do something. You can
Yeah.
throw down field and you might get pass interference. You might get a lot of things. I can tell you as a Husky fan, our defense had about 3 personal fouls on like 3rd and 16s this year that are automatic first downs. And I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. Can't you guys just get off the field? But I mean, it happens. You got to throw the ball though for it to happen.
The excuse is that there's like we just don't have any plays in our playbook to pick up 20 yards, but like then make some up.
I was
Make
just
some
saying, I feel like that would be an important thing to have in the playbook.
Right. Ryan Grubb, going back to UW, did a good job of that for the Seahawks and the Lions game this year. They had a 3rd and long where they ran a fucking hook and ladder where JSN ran the slant off one side and threw back to the other sideline. And
Beautiful.
Charbonnet caught it and ran up the other sideline. Like, that was an awesome play because 3rd and long, the defense like sits at the sticks and they rally forward to tackle. So you catch it in total in space over here. But as everyone's moving downhill, he throws it over there. And now there's no one over there. And then, I mean, all right, great. He made up a play. Like Pat was saying, I mean, make up a play for that situation.
Pick up a play.
I grew
So
up
is
watching.
Shanahan overrated?
Oh yeah.
I mean, at least fucking try.
Oh, yeah.
No, the thing about I think Shanahan's basically he's properly rated because everyone knows he's terrible at things he's terrible at, and he's amazing at things he's amazing at.
That is true.
Right.
He is pretty properly rated at this point.
He's just conservative. He's totally fine with running into a punt. But you have a down. Why not just fucking punt on 3rd and 20 then? I mean, if you're just going to give it up, like
He's not just conservative, he's rigid.
He's got to burn another 40 seconds.
Yeah,
to
he's
block.
rigid.
He's
Right.
so rigid. We're like he just does not adapt on the fly. Like at
Yeah,
all.
he's
Like,
right. That's a great
That's
way.
so-
true. That's very
rigid.
true.
Rigid underused. I like that.
and I was when I pulled rigid, I was like, damn, yeah, he's rigid.
Damn, man, I'm a wordsmith.
But I
love
grew up, watching Mike Martz. Mike Martz didn't design a play unless he thought it was going to gain 20 yards.
Right.
Right.
We got to go back. Right.
What dude,
We do.
we need the next gen stats on Mike Martz's and Kurt Warner's time to throw under Mike Martz. Like who replaced Warner?
Mark Bolger.
Bolger.
Mark Bolger.
Bolger.
Yeah, we need Mark Bolger's time to throw. Like that it has to be so long.
Well, however many steps you think the dropbacks were, add 4 more steps. Surely it wasn't a 27-foot
11
dropback.
step.
No,
Yeah,
it was a 31 step dropback.
31 step drop back. The guy loses count every time. He's like,
Yeah.
31, 32.
He's still dropping back.
Yeah, he's going back. And it
One,
was
two,
70
three, 4, 5, 6.
72-yard touchdown. Then to Isaac
He hits the
Cruz.
back of his drop and
When
When the back foot hits though on that 30-second
Yes.
step, the ball has to be out.
No
Oh
way.
my God.
they did something.
God.
But they did the one thing I didn't want to happen.
I'm just glad something happened in this game. Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys can throw? Oh, it's not even raining anymore. Oh my God, I can call the
I know, it's been
downfield
raining
passes.
for like 40 minutes of real time.
I know. Like, I love
What
that
do you
the
mean it's not
Niners were
raining?
like, "Oh, you're allowed to do that? You're allowed to run right past us down the
Yeah, I know.
field."
All right, cut to McVay because I bet he changed that fucking sweatshirt. There's no way McVay
That would be
called
so
They're
funny.
literally
Yeah.
That would be
drawing.
hilarious.
Chris is correct. Show McVay.
he warmed up.
They got him a
Now
space
they're gonna
heater.
run 6 times in a row.
Damn, I was like, there's no way that's Kyron, but it was.
Oh, chat for the core.
Do we have
Look at his
yards on the
yards.
core or receptions?
Yeah, it's
You have
it's still a
yards.
ways off. Yeah.
Is it?
Let me pull it up. Where is it? Yeah, so no, I was
Oh, no, he
completely
went over.
wrong. It hadn't updated yet. Yeah, so
Oh.
that Deebo missed TD.
Yeah.
The core would be
Oh,
hitting
God.
right now.
And the other thing is the Guerrero 16-yard carry on 3rd and 20 because it was 4th and 4 is bullshit. That's like half of his rushing yards.
And now we're one more attempt here from Kyron for this one clearing. So there is that Deebo lower here too.
I think he just probably got it. Did he not? He just got another carry.
Let's see.
Or was that 23?
It was 22.
Okay.
Wow.
So we need one more there, and then the quorum.
Quorum.
Would have been really nice if they didn't use him as a receiver on his
About to
drive.
get another one here. 3rd and 2.
Oh yeah, there's no way. Everyone in the stadium knows Kyron is. No, it's gonna be a fake. Oh, no, not even.
Oh.
A fake. They're gonna roll Stafford out again.
And then throw it to Stafford run. Oh, wait, that was a weird spot. He definitely caught that.
Well,
They
Crane's
did that as
theory in
a
shambles.
loss of a yard.
The hoodie is still on, but it does look a lot drier.
It looks
Gonna go
drier.
kick.
It looks drier. It looks
It definitely
way
looks drier, dude.
Pete, I think you might need to roll the clip at this point.
Which clip?
The chat's got it figured out. It's kicker chasing at this point.
Oh, jeez. I don't know if we can roll that clip anymore
No, dude.
Why is
feed,
that?
feed Josh
because it's
Hardy.
the kicker chasing. I was thinking
chasing
of
we can
the
roll.
Justin Tucker one. I was like,
Oh,
that
yeah,
one
yeah.
is that's a funeral. Yeah, we can roll a little kicker chasing.
We've just seen
for sure.
5 field goals in this game.
Kicker Chasing. It's the show where we chase the best kickers. The kickers that help you win championships. The biggest legs. The breaking news. It's everything you've come to love and know. The time is now for Kicker Chasing. Let's get some fucking kickers.
There's so many things I love about that. I love when it goes, it's a little too loud. It's like a little too abrupt. It's just so good.
Not even kidding. That shocked me to my core. I'm just not-
I wonder what Pat's response to that noise was, not being aware of it.
I'm not even kidding. I had like a jolt, an energy jolt go through my body.
It's too loud and it goes away too soon. Like it's
Too loud.
so good.
That's amazing.
I did watch like a little kind of pro move from RotoPat behind the scenes. He thought he was just gonna be here for a few quarters. Saw him hit the chapstick, a little lip balm there for kind of the big 4th quarter push. That's a pro broadcaster's move.
Forgot that they could see me in the waiting room or whatever.
Oh yeah. Don't
had
worry,
to-
I won't tell him about that other freaky shit you were doing as you were looking at that Will Ferrell alligator
Yeah.
photo.
had to hit the Burts. That's right, folks. Burts. Surely it's
Tyron
like,
has 80 rushing yards. It feels like he has 30. Like it's just
Yeah.
yeah,
What's his yards per carry?
3.5.
his yards per carry. If you pull up the box score, it just says low.
It did. I wasn't guessing it was very high.
It just says low. It refuses to put the number in there.
Dude, I'm so annoyed Corum caught 2 passes for 15
know.
yards in this
Whatever.
game.
I know. I was
Friggin'
tilting that too.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden, this is the slowest quarter in NFL history. Anybody else see this? You guys following this? Sorry, sorry if no one else knows. I'm trying to do Jay Leno. Crane listened to it on every podcast for years.
I was in the prime Jay Leno.
You were.
impression.
It's kind of been retired. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't do it nearly as much now.
No.
There was a period where it was like every single podcast without fail.
It
He was
was,
busting out Jay Leno.
we got to go back.
Probably so many youngins who don't even know who Jay Leno is now.
Crane,
You
one of
try
the
to
voices.
make us feel old.
I know. Crane, one of the voices I bust out now, I haven't had the courage to do tonight because I don't know if I've been in the zone. I kind of had a cold this week because I need to do a McVay at some point. Have you ever heard me do McVay before?
Try it. Yeah. Do
you want to go douse your sweater here?
I do a killer McVay, actually.
He's been kind of the whipping boy for the last little bit. It would be pretty good if you could pull that out.
Oh, hold on. I gotta think. I'm gonna do it when you don't expect it. All right.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think you could give Blake Corum just a couple more carries?
You see, the thing with Blake is that we really love him in the third quarter, and it's kind of hard to explain. But see, it's not. It was a little off there.
That was RFK.
He's got some RFK to him. Yeah,
that was a sick McVay. That was a sick McVay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Now I want to ask you the same question, but I want you to be Jay Leno. Jay, you kind of feel like you're treating Blake Corum like one of your 50 cars that you have in the garage right now.
Well, you see, the thing with Blake, I've never caught him on fire, so no. That's as good I can do as off the cuff. The Leno impression
I think you have to start with the phrase. You have to go, hey, what's up?
The Leno impression, as Pat knows, it's really only two phrases.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, I can't ad-lib it. God, no. Yeah, can't say anything other than those two phrases.
You think you could throw for I don't know, fucking anything in this game?
Dude,
would be great.
Juwan Jennings is a former professional American footballer. Are you
now, Ricky?
Pearsall.
We don't need him, do we?
No,
No,
we need him off the field.
Well, yeah.
Sorry. Sure, he's a nice young man. He's been through a lot this year.
He was shot, for crying out loud.
He was shot.
People do forget.
I was about to, no one was laughing, and I was thinking about making a joke. It's not funny. And someone's like, none of us laughed at that. That's fourth quarter slap happy thoughts.
I'm just getting really locked into the fact that this game is going to end with a really shitty box score. And I would really like for something to happen.
You want to talk about, by the way, former professional NFL players, Pat Taylor Jr. Yeah, he's retired.
They didn't even activate Izzy. That was sad.
I saw.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
That was a pretty big sign that Garendo was pretty okay, though. I felt like,
dude, it's time. It is time.
Kittle,
please, seriously, I need Kittle bad. Actually,
hey, interesting. That he didn't dive on that one. Care to?
Well, he still ends up on the ground.
You didn't fumble?
Everyone just jumped in at the end. I was confused.
Oh my god! Don't scare me. I'm not gonna need that.
I'm scared.
Yeah, he didn't die, but just
he was trying to fight for more yardage. He just doesn't go down. Man's a beast.
He is a beast.
All right.
4 for 61. That's not a terrible line.
One more Kittle and 4 more Jawans.
Dude, a Kittle or Jennings TD would change my life.
One's open.
More Pearsall?
Oh.
Wow.
Feed Pearsall, apparently.
This dude caught one pass. Let's chuck him a deep ball.
They had Juwan.
They need to win this game.
By the
was
way,
Juwan open?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw he was running a vertical route, or it looked
No,
like
he kind of sat it down. It wasn't anything like crazy, but
Purdy just wanted to go for the home run, I guess.
Most well-defensed deep ball I've ever seen.
Right.
Don't put it in the paper that I'm tilted, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was a nice little jump cut there.
Little extra effort there.
Yeah.
Hey, what happened to you being hurt, Isaac? You want to explain that?
That was fun.
Yeah,
It's a
he's going to
foot
go over the
sprain.
rush yard prop. I mean, he's played a lot. He's been healthy. So the Deebo drop maybe saved us from some tilt.
Yeah.
That's a really good point.
Thank you, Isaac, for the tilt mitigation.
All right. Gonna go ahead and need every remaining target to beat a George Kittle, by the way. I'm moving
I
on
think-
from Jennings.
Are two targets really going to help you that much?
Exactly. I'm moving on from Jennings. That's over.
I think what
just-
we want a Jennings or Kittle touchdown for these halftime pick'ems, and then see if
Danny
we
saw
can get
one
more.
good run, and he's like, "We're gonna fucking go into 2 tight end, fullback, I formation, and run the ball again." I mean, he's like, it's fucking 9-6, bro. Like, are you just trying to kick another field goal?
Oh yeah, he is.
I mean, that does tie the game.
That's all Shanny's thinking. Just get this baby tied.
Throw the ball.
Does
Second
Cooper
and
Kupp have a catch?
No.
He has not
None.
a score.
Oh my god, he does not have a catch.
That's crazy.
Yeah, not great. Not great, Bob.
Fewer catches than Hunter Long.
Patrick Taylor.
Is Taylor in the game?
Yeah, he's in.
Oh my god.
Oh, deep
please.
shot.
Oh my
Oh
Oh my
god!
god.
I'll
What
take
was
it.
that?
Spare us from overtime. Whatever.
Wow.
Pete just wants to go home at this point.
What in God's name was that?
That was Juwan Jennings is
that.
down there somewhere.
Oh, no. Was it
Jeez.
Juwan? Oh no, that's too painful. Don't show it.
Wow, hit the Rams DB in stride. Nice.
Beautiful.
Freddie,
throw.
what are you doing?
He doesn't know either.
He wants to
He
end
really
their
doesn't.
season. He's ending the season. He's like, screw this. We're not going anywhere.
We do have the 1 second half pick'em that can hit. We need
We're down to
blood
one.
rushing
Four.
attempt from Kyron, and we need 8 yards from Blake Cora. Who says no? Sounds like a
The
nice
underdog
one.
Weibo
Wait,
is definitely
not
hitting.
today.
That can hit. That can hit. We need this is Quorum's moment.
This is our moment.
I don't think Quorum's
I mean, they need to rest Kyron, right? They have
No,
to
they
keep
don't
him
think
fresh
so.
for the rest of their games.
They got to win this game, is what he's
Well,
thinking.
but they're still winning.
There's only one way to win, and that's more Kyron. Yeah, you would think at some point they'd want to rest the young man.
I mean, they have to win out all their games to win the division, so they're going to need him for a while.
Are the Niners just eliminated if they lose?
I think
They're
so.
pretty much eliminated anyway.
Yeah, they already
need-
eliminated.
They need
they're not
like
The Seahawks are in right now.
they
and
need
then
something
the
else
Rams and
to
Cardinals are
happen
still alive.
though, even if they won.
Yeah,
So-
okay.
If they win out, they're 10-7. The Seahawks are 8-5. Like 10-7 could win this division. I don't know. Maybe they don't have the tiebreaker, but they split with Seattle. They
Yeah.
need to win this game, obviously, and win out.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, they're not automatically in. They still need a couple other things.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
go
Oh,
with
sure.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That makes
6 and
sense.
7.
Tell you what, not great that for the Seahawks to get good, they had to basically adopt the ethos of this game. It's like, well, we're not going to do anything cool ever again, and now they can no longer lose.
Slowing the game down.
Yes,
The defense has been really good since the
I know.
bye. I mean,
it's
McDonald,
insane.
he's a good coach. I mean, he makes obviously made some adjustments during the bye, right? Like their defense was getting ripped right
Yes.
before the bye. Comes out of the bye, and his whole freaking pass defense is like they turned him into the Ravens last year somehow. It's like, okay, well, that was good coaching.
Mike McDonald is answering the question, what if Brandon Staley but good?
right.
Oh my God, he got clotheslined in addition to throwing the pick.
God, I just pulled up Seattle's schedule. I didn't realize that 3 of their 4 since the bye have been on the road too. They've won 4 in a row out of the bye, and I mean they're coming back home this week, but they came out of the bye with a heavy road schedule, and yeah, they've been awesome.
And that is
Joey L reporting that McVay is now dry as a bone. So watch
believe
for Puka downfield here.
A 2-2 Atwell catch.
Tutu
They're
Atwell.
doing their
On the
best.
field. McVay's dry.
McVay has never been drier. He's getting Atwell all of a sudden.
I mean, Cooper Kupp has never been more of a decoy. There's the other guy. Is he in the
Actually-
Deebo washed range, RotoPat?
Well, it was Cooper
Well, he already
Kupp.
hit the very cool.
Cooper Kupp, as we know, is the one who established the targets cliff. So
That's right.
he's been off the cliff in the convertible for several years now. Unlike Michael Thomas, he did figure out a way to at least continue playing football.
The target clip for Cooper Cup. Forgot.
I mean,
Hunter
Thomas
Long
legitimately
again.
hit a target clip. He was never the same.
No, he was never
Oh,
the same.
It was over.
You can't catch
Dude.
150 balls in a year. And
This
expect
How
to
this
do
many
it
hoodie-
is
next year.
Long gonna get?
Did he put the hoodie in the dryer? Like it's seriously totally dry. It's weird.
Yeah, dude. The 49ers are screwed. McVay is completely dry.
Maybe
This
it's
is
that dry
seriously-
fit material.
It has to be. Cooper
I
Cup.
thought the hoodie was cotton, but it must not be cotton, dude.
All right. Kyron went over the stretch number. The
Yep.
question is, does Blake Corum play in this game?
He's gonna play because they're not attempting another pass. He got one wild hair. Like even though it was completed, McVay's life flashed before his eyes on the 2-2 Atwell. He's like, all right, not doing
Right,
that
right.
again.
Pass
Not
got
passing.
deflected.
Yeah, he's not passing again.
I can't believe Purdy threw a pick there.
I know, dude.
I mean, I know Pete wants to go to bed. I really want this game to go on forever so that we can get more stats.
No,
On
we'll
stats.
do it. You can put up a little thing on the ticker that says Pete went to bed. So if anyone asks, and then you guys, no one will ask.
He's loving the Stafford sneaks.
I'll be honest too. I can't believe, not to go old school, but Purdy has been pretty clutch, and that was like the least clutch play of his entire life.
That was bad, man.
That
It was just like such a bad overthrow interception in that part of the field. Ugh.
Stafford.
that was
shaking.
Stafford's fourth rush of the game.
All right,
How many games does he have with more than 4? His career high in rushes in a game? 6. That's going to include Neal's. He might go over that in this game if they kneel it out.
Can you?
You
Is
should've
it too
taken
late?
That pick 'em.
Too late to add an over under for his remaining. Is it seriously 6? His
Oh my
career
God,
high?
more tight ends? Throw to Cooper Cup. What did he ever do
Who?
to you? You were tired. He used to play a long time ago before you.
Him and Juwan Jennings
He's-
just entered the Hall of Fame.
Gretch, remember the nomenclature is an American former professional football wide receiver.
Former
So-
professional.
That's how Wikipedia phrases
He's
it.
in the Hall of Fame right next to Steve Largent.
Yes.
So as of right now, the only fantasy score on Underdog that you can even kind of survive is Puka's 14 points. Like you can maybe everything else for early round picks is pretty much a disaster.
Kyron could be like a flex on Underdog. You're not dead.
Yeah.
Until
He's gonna
Henry
be over
and
100 yards. He'll be
Saquon
all right.
play.
Yeah, I mean, you are not happy, but it's not like a disaster. I mean,
This carry just like ended the game, by the way.
it's a mini disaster. It's not a full blown disaster.
Did it end the game where Quorum could get a carry?
Please.
This has genuinely been one of the least fantasy friendly games of the football of the
Yes.
whole season.
Not an
There's no
exaggeration.
touchdowns. No, I mean nothing fucking is happening. Cooper Cup has no catches. No one has fucking anything. I mean, it's just neither team has thrown for 150 yards. It's dog shit.
He
And they
just
go for
got,
100.
he just got 100 yards on his 26th carry.
Okay.
That's how bad it
First
is.
guy, yeah.
But Steph, I was just thinking the same thing. It was like no, he's not
Let
even-
Corum cook.
No, dude.
This is
No,
in the
dude.
running for.
You know what? Let Cardi cook, man. Let Cardi cook, dude. It's time. Just do it now. Let Cardi cook.
It is kind of crazy that they wouldn't put in Corum at any point other than like just those couple series. Like, you know what kind of game you're in. You couldn't look ahead. I mean, he was wet, but like even still, like you can't look ahead and like realize that you're about to give this dude like 30 carries.
It's crazy.
No, it actually is. He's only, everyone's going to say Corum's only a pass catching back, He's not an early down guy. You can't bang him between the tackles at all.
Yeah, except
Right.
that's like
Right.
what he was at Michigan.
No, I'm kidding. I'm saying because he came in and caught the 2 passes for some reason.
Yeah. It's
I'm like,
crazy.
he's literally a replica of the same guy they have, and they can't just sub him out for a series here and
they
there.
can't give up another first down. The 2nd and 7. Oh, there goes McVay sprinting.
Yeah,
down the
I was like,
sideline
did I
to call
see
a timeout.
McVay running down the sideline? I just saw a pair of white shoes.
This 2nd and 7 is kind of big.
He looks wet again, guys.
Yeah, and then he
This
started
angle.
running the ball.
Looks wet again.
He looked wet again.
He just did like a weighted vest sprint.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's damp. Daniel's saying he's damp. Damp McVay can win a game, but it's going to be ugly. It's not going to be a pretty win. Yeah, he's definitely still damp. Whoever said he was dry as a bone, I think.
Well, did the fabled new showers arrive? Because Roth said he wouldn't be surprised if there's another round of showers.
Oh, dude, Roth nailed it. There must have been another round of showers. All right, I apologize. He might have been dry as a bone at one point, but he's definitely damp now. Kyron Carey incoming. Oh, Puka handoff.
Hey, don't worry, someone other than Kyron is getting a rush attempt. Surely that's good.
Nope.
No.
Nope. It's just soul destroying. Of course, it's third down. I would almost bet my mortgage that the Rams will not convert this third down because they don't want to. The psychic energy, the universe knows the Rams are just more comfortable kicking a field goal than ending the game. Anybody else following this?
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm with P. I kind of want the game to end now.
Yeah, I think that's best for everyone.
Even though I would sell my soul for a Kittle touchdown, I kind of want the game to end.
Yeah.
I want the game to end.
We would
but I'm
like
willing
that
to
as
give up my
well.
soul.
I was basing it out because somebody shared on X, Pete, if you can pull this up. They're calling this the greatest pass in NFL history. Look at this. Look at this.
That's incredible. I needed that. I love how hard he throws it too. Like, I thought it would just be like a toss and he rips it.
Just fucking chucks it.
He probably tore his rotator cuff on that.
Look at it. He hit somebody in the stands with that. Like they didn't have the net up. They weren't ready for that. You know,
He put his chest into that for sure. And he's like so nonchalant before he rips it. And then he just like locks the fuck in.
Yeah, it was like he accidentally held the throw button too hard.
What would be the advantage there of throwing it for a safety instead of out of bounds? Why did that happen?
Gretch,
can you send me that link? I'm gonna watch that like 9 times while I brush my teeth.
Yeah, Gretch, just go ahead and post that here in the chat.
Just throw it in the chat. Yeah, we're all gonna want to see that.
Who is the quarterback?
Happened tonight.
That was by far the best thing I've seen.
It looks like maybe like Neil O'Donnell. I don't know.
Neil O'Donnell was my guess,
but there's the.
That felt like very Neil.
Pete, can you put that into the other chat? I'm not connected to the.
There we go.
No, I'm trying to click it and I pulled it up.
I just saw the original tweet. It's very funny. It was Neil O'Donnell, by the way.
Why?
It wasn't Neil O'Donnell. It looks like
it was Neil O'Donnell. Chris Berman booming in about it being Neil O'Donnell. Just don't worry, I'm watching it on repeat right now.
He also like threatens it initially, like as hard as he did actually throw it, but then he just like chills out for a second. And he's like, "No, I am gonna fucking do it."
So good. It's so good. He's calling another timeout. Are you even kidding me? Oh no, he's standing by the ref just in case he needed to.
Oh my god, they just didn't guard Parkinson.
It's fucking over.
You can't do that on. God, this game just gets worse every snap.
The game could not have ended on a worse note than it just did. Do they have all 3 timeouts? No, they don't even all 3. It's over.
I mean, you're not even playing man coverage on 3rd and 4. You're just leaving the fucking guy in the slot completely uncovered for just run straight catch. Look at this. The whole defense shifted with the motion man. Have you guys never seen the Rams motion? They motion on every fucking snap. Did you just see that end zone view? Oh my God, their whole team chased after the fucking motion man. Unbelievable.
Stafford needs to just throw it out the back of the end zone now.
You mean all the way to the end?
Are you watching the clip again?
No, I think Pete is though.
Oh, I didn't even see Pete up there.
He's definitely watching it. Pull it up if you're gonna watch it.
At least let us watch.
Yeah, let's just watch in secret.
What if I pull it up and it's just Will Ferrell with a crocodile and you go,
Watch the crocodile clip over and over again.
Back to pass on 4th down, they're up, and he fires it for the safety.
Only Chris Berman could have narrated this.
Right.
Clip.
I love this because he could have ran back and ran out the other 10 seconds.
I know.
But he was like, fuck this. Like, I can't get tackled in the flag and fill the flag because then a TD wins the game.
He makes his running back stay in for this final plot.
Back to pass on 4th down, they're up, and he fires it for the safety. Right? Neil O'Donnell.
He's chill. Fuck.
And then the ref, like how nonchalant, he's like, that's a safety.
I know that's one nonchalant safety signal I've ever seen in my life.
The look on his face right here. Like, well, that's gonna be a safety, pal.
You wanted it, you got it, brother.
Back to pass on 4th down, they're up.
I have it on my other
Okay,
His body language is so good.
Look
It's
at
so
29.
good.
The other running back in the flat, like he thinks there's a chance he might like check down to him here. Like, watch this guy right here. Like, okay, you might here.
Oh, he looks hopeful.
no.
That he's gonna get the
I'm
ball,
open.
you're right.
At first he goes, go. Oh, and then he's like, are you going to throw it to me?
And he fires it for the safety.
How are the Rams?
There's no game on.
What a game.
It's not Corum.
Dude, can we give Corum a Make-A-Wish, Carrie?
Please.
Seriously.
A confidence carry.
Yeah, he needs a
Can we
confidence
give
carry.
Ship Chasing a confidence carry here for 9
He
yards?
can't go 10 days without a carry. All right, Sean.
The game's back on. Let's lock in. There's nothing to lock in for, brother. I'm telling you, Chris Berman calling the safeties is as good as it's gonna get tonight.
This is as good as the rest of the game is gonna get.
Holy shit.
We might get. Are we gonna get a feed Cardi moment? There might be like 10 seconds left. They might have to feed Cardi.
Not Derek Carty.
I guess they can get a first. Yeah, not Derek. No. At least feed Cardi. At least have some good come of this. That was a horrible, horrible read from Kyron. Yeah, Kyron's upset.
Yeah, and he's exhausted, man. Take a breather, buddy.
No, he's so exhausted.
They got some
Dude, how many
some
carries
quarter
is that?
pounders with cheese in the
Kaylee
catering
interviews
room.
the player of the game. Who's the player of the game? It's probably Kyron. Just for
It'll
all the
be
carries.
Kyron.
He had 29 carries last week. He's at 28 now. That was like 4 days ago.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Literally gonna have 60 carries in 5 days.
That's insane. Why do that to a dude? You need this guy. If you're gonna make the playoffs, you need him.
Yeah.
Do they not remember what they did to Todd Gurley?
I know, seriously.
So
Now
they're
I
going
know
to
how
kick
he
a
got
field
arthritis
goal.
in his knees.
Niners are going to get the ball with just enough time to do something stupid. What do you guys think is going to
Or a
happen?
touchdown and then shank the extra point, and we're all gonna head to overtime.
Maybe there's a block kick.
OT is happening somehow. Oh, yeah, dude, it's raining again. That's how he's wet. It is raining again.
Yeah.
We see the
No,
rain.
whoever said he was dry as the bone was probably right. It did start raining. He hasn't thrown a pass since. Like, seriously. Like, as soon as the rain came back down, he's like, Kyron's going to carry the ball 30.
Well, why are they feigning keeping the offense on the field? Is this for real? No.
Yeah,
They're just trying to
give
draw
him
him
a
off
jump offside.
sides.
That was crazy.
That was dumb.
They faked you out, Pat. Can't be that dumb, brother. Take you right out of your shoes.
Well, shit. If you can't spot the guy getting tricked by the fake, go for it. Then you're the guy getting tricked by the fake. Go for it. Oh, the Niners remain on the in the hunt graphic, but only just.
I do appreciate how Pat definitely had to go, but was just like too polite to ever just abruptly exit. And I never like gave him a clean out of like, you sure you want to go?
I would have been gone if it hadn't been the quickest game in the history of the National Football League.
Yeah, Pat told me via text that he was only going to be here for the second quarter.
Well, yeah.
And I was like,
No, it's fine.
I'm like, Pat's responsible for his own life.
Well, my wife's got it. You know, she put 4 kids to sleep on her own, but no, they fed Cardi.
Fed Cardi, you called that, man. Walk off.
He's Cardi.
It's like Collingsworth.
Now is it time for a total Deebo redemption in a kickoff return touchdown?
Might be.
The Rams did not manage that well, man. The 49ers should have never gotten this ball back. I don't know.
I mean, he's not Mahomes. They're probably okay.
That's a very good point. Yeah, if they had tried to do anything other than what they did, then yeah, something bad would have probably happened.
I mean, maybe we do see clutch Purdy here.
You know who's getting fed, guys? It's time to feed Pearsall. That's all Shanny's thinking is feed Pearsall.
No, he's like, let's get Deebo a couple more drops.
You guys want to play a fun game? Remember that team I was telling you about with Purdy, Kittle, and Cooper Kupp? Guess how many points? And FFPC,
Oh, no.
Head and Premium.
Oh,
Guess how many
don't
points
do
it's
this
at
here,
right now?
stuff.
Oh my god!
Well,
Combined.
0 from Cup.
6.4.
You probably get like 13 from Kittle or something like that.
Kittle's over 10.
Oh,
I
that's
know
right.
that.
Yeah, tight end
And
premium.
then like probably like 5. Like I would say like probably like 18 points total.
18 and a half. 6.4 is exactly what Purdy had, Pete. You nailed one. Oh my god, Deebo's taking it out.
I told you, dude.
A fumble is the funniest thing that can happen right now.
Oh, you got horse collar.
Oh, that's got to be a horse collar.
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
god!
Oh my god! This might
Yes,
happen.
set him up for the Hail Mary. Let's go.
Feed Kittle.
One more pick. That's all we need.
Yeah.
Deebo has 12.
Even on that play, Deebo didn't look like Deebo though.
No, he did not, dude, at all. Yeah, he did not.
He used to just move faster than everybody.
I know.
That's not horrible. 12.1. We could kind of survive that with Kittle, I guess. Not great.
Yeah, it was like the bare minimum of what we needed from Kittle.
Who's we? Your consortium that manages this fantasy team?
Well, I have in my dynasty league quarterfinals.
Well, that's with tight end premium. Is it tight end premium?
It is not.
Oh, okay. So you're less than that then. That was.
Yeah, I mean, he's over
score.
10 still, right? 6.1 for the yards, 4 for the catches. Yeah.
Wow.
Where's Ricky?
It's Ricky.
Hopefully he's not on the field. Nope, he is on the field. He's on the field.
Ricky's down there.
They're gonna
somewhere.
do
Ball.
they gonna do a quick hitter here over the middle of the field. What do they have?
No, they can't go over the
11.
middle.
They can't go over the middle.
Well, the Rams call the timeout, of course.
I think you could do like something to the sidelines and then try to set up a shorter Hail Mary, basically.
You could do the sideline.
Yeah.
It would probably go horribly wrong somehow, though. Purdy he wants out of here, man. He's like, let's get the hell out of here. Like, this is stupid. This isn't gonna
Aligned.
work. Yeah. He's like, this isn't gonna work, man. You see this drizzle?
Fuck this shit.
Everyone thinks I'm from Iowa. Dude, I'm from Arizona, man. It's never rained once in my life.
You know how dry it is there, man?
It's the desert.
Dude, Shanny looked like he's about to retire. No belief at all. They had a whole different formation. The Rams call it one timeout, and he comes out with an entirely different play. As if they did anything. Yeah.
Did.
The Rams didn't even do anything.
This can't be Kittle. I wanted it to be Kittle, but he's like in the middle of the field. Yeah, he's blocking. They're trying to go to the sideline.
Oh, he had
Dude,
him there too.
What did I tell you, man?
He did have him.
He had him. That would have been perfect.
That
In
would have
stride
been
out of
really
bounds.
nice. I mean, then you're not even really Hail Marying. You can kind of try to like fire a ball
Yeah.
up the seam.
Right.
Who has a bigger arm, Purdy or Brandon Allen? Do you let him come in here and check this ball?
I mean,
Well, especially shoulder hobble.
shoulder,
Purdy.
yeah.
I think you just do a handoff to Deebo. Really
Or get sacked?
Oh,
amazing.
oh God.
Amazing.
It was only
I couldn't have
Oh,
ended on
God.
a better play.
Yes,
It really.
Beautiful.
Wow.
What a fun
What
game.
a game. What a game.
What a game.
What a game.
Burn this fucking film.
Pat, I am incredibly thankful that you were here for this game. Because we really needed the lighthearted energy and that you stayed. Because my God.
Yeah.
Let's be real. It's the Pat, you know what it's like once we get on the phone. There's never any chance I was actually going to leave. I was like, oh, sure.
Everyone should just drop off and leave Pat here with the chat and just see how long he can wait this out.
How long I can, yeah. I think I might just sleep here tonight. In my office chair.
Pat, what do you want to plug?
Just the same as always, the Roto Football Show with your guy, our guy, Denny Carter, Kyle Dvorchak, new Galaxy Brains. We get into a big topic today on if you're an alpha wide receiver, the ways you can like kind of cryptically demand more targets, the most effective ways to
This
do
is
that.
right up
I love
Denny's
this.
alley.
On the Galaxy
Yeah.
Brains.
Are
Yeah,
you-
so
are
that,
you- is Denny in on AJ Brown with his passing
So-
game comments?
he is, and AJ Brown may or may not have changed his avatar to the Joker, and that may or may not feature.
Damn.
Wow.
Very
I gotta move him
prominently.
up in ranks.
Yeah, I know.
Right. Right.
We talk about all this in the video too. He not just any Joker. He makes sure he's not taking any chances. He went straight to Heath Ledger Joker.
He went to the Heath
course.
Ledger
Yeah.
Joker?
He
Right.
went straight to
Oh.
Heath Ledger
Yeah.
Joker.
All right.
So
He's
yeah,
gonna-
Galaxy Brains, Roto Football
Okay,
Show.
so he's going off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
I mean
going-
it's the jail scene where he's like doing the clapping.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's-
like
yes,
the
it is.
craziest moment.
Oh,
I mean,
wow.
it's like the absolute apex of Joker
I just
lifestyle.
assumed it was the where he's like hanging off the building, that version, but
No, it is the apex of the Joker.
He's low owned in everything too. Like he's gonna get somebody some leverage.
damn, dude.
the chat. Why is Pete sad? Someone update me. Did you watch that football game?
Do you need us to scroll through our pick'ems for you? What about you, Steph? People got to check out the article on Leg Up. Anything else?
That's all. Just come over to Leg Up. We got best ball stuff and rankings, and Pat will tell you more, I'm sure.
Pat,
Or
walk
will
through
he?
tomorrow.
Walk through tomorrow. I'm doing it's Derrick Henry week. I'm just going with that. But dive in, found some interesting nuggets. Check that out. Playoff Best Ball Sidekick is live. If you're drafting the playoff best ball stuff on Underdog, highly recommend checking out Sacrilegious's guide, the Sacrilegious Approach to Playoff Best Ball, which is on the site. If you're interested in doing that, we're also going to be live on DraftKings. Hopefully pretty soon, like in the next couple of days is my hope. We're going to launch that as a beta first. So if you're in the Discord, make sure to check in there. We'll have an alert when that goes live. And then it'll be live on like the regular Sidekick next week is my hope. So playoff best ball stuff. We got you covered. Walk through all that good stuff. Rankings, legendaryupside.com.
Awesome. How about you, Gretch?
Same stuff. Input volatility. Picks over at Stealing Lines tomorrow. Same old.
Beautiful. All of my usual stuff on Fridays, Block Party with JM, DraftKings DFS, then Off and On the Clock with the Badge Bros, going through the Week 15 slate on Underdog, and then I'll have my Deposit Kingdom video up with some gems. And then I mentioned this earlier when it was just Pat on, but Mathology is coming on After Dark on Saturday night. I did just see the Crocodile ad with Will Ferrell, so I
Tell me I'm
now
not
know what
crazy.
No, you're cordially invited coming January 30th, 2025. Mark your calendar. All right, everybody have a great night. We'll see you next week for another ShipCast. Make sure you guys check out Stat Chasing and ADP Chasing. By the way, the Stat Chasing guys have been doing kind of more evergreen playoff best ball kind of focused stuff on the show. Really good stuff from Sack and Drico. And then Davis, Mike Shope, and Pat on ADP Chasings on Monday as well. All right, guys. Good night. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, everybody.